Are you ready?
Yes.
Ready on the top side? Ready on the bottom side? We're waiting for you. Give us a
Really?
five, four,
in.
3. All right. Yeah. Sorry, my demolition derby voice. All right. Welcome everybody to the Trips and Monstar show. I hope you're having a lovely holiday season and getting ready for Christmas. We're gonna do a Christmas movie about a Santa and how if you see him, you better run. And also, we're going to talk Star Wars because there's a lot of shit to talk about that. The Italians in Ultimate Beastmaster 2, The Greatest Showman. The Darwin Awards came out. We're going to go into some top 5 Christmas movie stuff like that. And, oh yeah, we're going to give you the final nominations for the Porties. Well, this section of the Porties, anyway. Anyway, let's go.
I'm really fucking sick. I'm back at 311 and Marilyn Manson. I wish someone would break his fucking neck. And what about Bush and Lane as Oasis? And talk about pretentious. Why don't they just blow England off the map? Every now and then I turn it on again, but it's plain to see that the radio still sucks. Every now and then I turn it on again, but it's plain to see that the radio still sucks.
Good.
All right, welcome back to the Trips and Monstar show. I am Trips. You can follow me at TripsNXC on the Twitter, Facebook.com/Trips and Monstar to follow us, give us a like and subscribe. You can check the show out on YouTube and iTunes. I have been a little lax on the iTunes thingy, but I will download the show from YouTube and just throw it up on iTunes. Just
I've
check
been a
it
little
out.
lax on the YouTube.
Dick. So if you haven't listened to the show here, you're sort of fucked.
No, if you haven't listened to the show you can actually go on Twitch, /the NERDPORT, and go to video catalog where we have everything back catalog.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
hasn't been on Podcast Republic lately either, but hey.
Podcast Republic? I didn't know it was on Podcast Republic.
Oh yeah, the last time it was on there was November 3rd, but yeah.
Oh, is that Podcast Addict?
No, Podcast Republic. Podcast
what?
Addict may have the newer ones. I don't know.
Yeah, because I usually upload this shit to Podcast Addict, but I've been lax in it. So
Well, I mean, it kind of just.
Yeah.
I don't know how this one really works. It's just the one I mainly used when I use for most of the ones I have. I mean, it barely gets the Wrestling Observer updates either, so go fig. But
I was depending on YouTube. I was depending on YouTube. I guess that fell short.
Oh, well, I'll get back.
Dick.
Hey, 'tis the season.
I mean, yeah, basically.
'Tis the season's burning bodies. Fa la 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 la.
Well, don't spoil it yet.
True. All right. Anyway.
Monstar, by the way.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Sorry. My co-host.
Yeah. Monstar. 0
And it's a train wreck.
0KXHXR0 on Twitter. 0 Stupid Day Every Day 0 on Instagram. Thetis BDM on Instagram. Thetis _BDM on Instagram.
There we are.
By the way, we're playing with Krallis and Piran in January, the 25th.
Awesome. There you go. See what happens when we get good old Bickery? I totally forgot your intro. I just love you just jumped in Monstar, by the way.
Hi, guys.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
hi,
hi,
Mark.
Ronnie. Oh, hi, Ronnie. Oh, hi, producer Ronnie. This is our producer, Ronnie.
What's
You
What's
can
going on,
follow
guys?
Hi,
Twitter.
Mark.
You can follow on Twitter.
For
At,
hi, Mark every day. You see
Oh,
that?
hi, Mark.
you can follow him on Twitter at F and Ronnie. There you go.
At F and Ronnie at the NERDPORT Network. Follow us on Twitch as always at the NERDPORT Network. Follow us on Facebook at the NERDPORT Network.
Oh, hi, Twitch.
Oh, hi, Twitch. Yes, and we have officially gotten the achievements to become an affiliate.
Hey, we got achievements to become an affiliate. Now we just need people to come in and listen to the show. But we are being shared on a bunch of things. So if you're not in here, you can listen there.
Yes. And
Or
please,
something.
we love interaction, especially if you want to come every Tuesday, watch the Nerd Zone. Every Monday, I'll be streaming. Something's always going on this channel.
Yes. And so to get right into it, Tommy Wiseau has done it.
Yes,
Thanks
he
to the
has.
thanks to the popularity of the Disaster Artist, The Room is getting a full theatrical release. Oh hi Regal, oh hi MC. January 10th. I don't know if it's part of Fathom events. I mean, it just might be Fathom events, or it might be a wider release. Hopefully, it's a wider release. But if you have never seen The Room, or you want to experience a cinematic version of The Room, you can go to the theater on
Something?
January 10th and bring your plastic spoons, unless they yell at you, because I have a feeling the cleanup crew and attendant, the people who work at the theater, are going to be really, really pissed about that.
Yeah, that's not gonna be a fun night for those guys.
Bring the
At all.
spoons. Don't bring the football.
Yeah, that,
Don't bring the football.
Bring a beach ball version.
Or bring a little Nerf ball. Don't bring a football.
Yeah, this really is the freaking bad version of the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Because I've been to a screening of The Room where somebody threw a football. It was like, here, and he threw it really far.
what?
And it hit the screen. It hit the screen, and then manager like stops, like, hey, no more throwing the football. Like, okay.
We're good.
You throw the spoons, no football. Plastic spoons, no metal spoons. Don't be a dick.
Oh Lord, why would you?
Who the hell?
No knives.
Wait,
no knives.
what the hell is that? Who
No
the fuck just
sporks.
threw a shoe?
No sporks.
No, I've been in one where somebody threw a metal spoon.
Oh,
It hit a girl, and she was like, "What the fuck?"
Eee.
Yeah, no, that's grounds for a beat down.
Wouldn't throw that far enough.
They put it this way, it almost got Chris R. and Denny up there. It almost got Chris R. and Denny up there without Johnny and Mark saving him.
Oh dear.
No gun, just a beat down.
What kind of money? What kind of drugs?
What kind of beat down? With fists and feet. That's what kind. Yeah, so go see The Room. And in other theater news, if you haven't been living under a rock, Star Wars The Last Jedi came out, and it is
did?
killing it.
It did?
Yes, it did.
It did?
Yes.
Hi there,
No, it
Patrick.
did.
Hi there, Patrick Starr.
It is killing it. And all right, so I guess I'll get into it since I've seen it. I think it's damn good. I really like it. I loved it.
Or in the
No, I'm not in the minority.
Wait. No, not like that, right? It's not like that, right?
No, it's not. I'm not in the minority. What it is, I am in the majority. The thing is, the minority have a thing called 4chan, where they make a bunch of dummy accounts.
Wait, is
And they
this,
try to trash it because some asshole even said, he's like, oh, I got like 20 accounts and I have them dedicated to just trashing The Last Jedi.
Is this where it actually started? 4chan?
Yes.
by the way, okay, so it grossed so far a total of $570.70 million.
And that's out of that. That's basically still, that's riding off its opening weekend.
That's pretty much after 10 days.
It's not even
Yes.
10 days.
It's
It
a week.
took
It's
like
been a week.
2 days for the
Oh, it's been a
backlash to
week.
begin.
No, it's been 7 days. It's been in theaters 7 days tonight.
Oh.
That's not 10 days. 7 days tonight.
And it's made $500 million.
And it's still going strong.
Oh yeah, this might. I don't want to say that yet.
Okay, so here's the thing. Because somebody asked this on John Campea's podcast. Shout out to John Campia. Even though you ran about DC, hey, you're a DC fan. I'm a DC fan. It's all love. Anyway, somebody said, "What do you think? What's your reaction to the negative audience score on Rotten Tomatoes?" And John Campia put down some knowledge. First off, the ratings on IMDb or the ratings on Rotten Tomatoes, they're not a true I gotta put it, representation of the audience. The only thing that is a true representation of the audience is a thing called Cinema Score. And the Last Jedi Cinema Score is an A.
Really?
And what Cinema Score is, they poll audience members, just random, after they have seen it. After the movie ends, they basically ask them as they're leaving the theater, what did you think of the movie? So know that they have actually seen it. Hold on. If they have actually seen it. Rotten Tomatoes, you can make dummy accounts and trash things, and you
before
can
they even come out.
Yep, you can post reviews before they even come out, because there were negative reviews of The Last Jedi 2 weeks before it came out. Same as
my anime list is the same way.
Same as it's done for DC. Same as it's done for Marvel movies. Same as it's done on IMDb. So basically, those things are not an accurate representation of the audience whatsoever. Because what you think, if I think that something was great, if some asshole over at 4chan with 20 dummy accounts thinks it sucks, what's going to happen? My one review that I think is great is going to get overshadowed by 20 reviews from a jackass living in his mom's basement with 20 dummy accounts because he has nothing better to do. Except then he's dedicated to trashing a movie that he hasn't seen and he's never going to see anyway. Because half the people, when they trash it and they write the spoilers, they basically take spoilers from somebody else's comment or whatever.
Yeah, or someone else's
or they go online, go, Last Jedi spoilers. Oh, here it is, and this is what was wrong with it. And it makes no sense. So I'm in the minority? No, I'm in the majority, because the majority of the audience gave it a cinema score of A. And I give the movie an A because it did a bunch of things that Star Wars has needed to do for a long time.
So I've heard.
It let the past die. It let the past die and moved on.
Oh, look at that.
Yes. How do you grow a universe? How do you grow a universe? You don't stay stuck in the same stupid tale. Because after a while, it gets old and it gets boring and stupid. And it gets completely unrealistic. And it's unbelievable.
See,
I
don't think these people wanted new movies in the first place.
No, they don't.
They can't admit that.
No, these people wanted the Empire. People wanted Empire.
They were figuring that J.J. Abrams made a love letter. Right. They figured that J.J. Abrams made a love letter to A New Hope with Force Awakens. Then they were going to get Empire. The thing is, Last Jedi is very Empire. It is.
Oh wait, matter of fact, because I remember people were saying it was going to be like Empire because the logo, quote unquote, the logo is red in the poster.
Yeah. But Last Jedi is a little Empire-y in the fact that it changed a lot of things.
Changed the fact that the poster, as they normally did, they don't do in this one.
No, it's not. No, it's nothing with the poster. The reason why I say it's a little Empire-y is because here's the thing: when Empire first came out, a lot of Star Wars critics and fanboys supposedly hated it. They said it ruined Star Wars. It ruined what they knew, because basically Empire Strikes Back changed a lot of things.
And the villains kind of won in it.
Yeah, it changed a lot of things, and it set the stage. Before, Vader was, you didn't know who Vader was, and then you found out Vader was Anakin Skywalker, and people flipped.
Yeah.
you found out that Luke and Leia, were a little bit more than, just friends. And people flipped. Han
Which,
Solo
yeah,
got trapped.
they did
Yeah.
kind of change that at the last minute, but hey.
Yeah. Yeah, the bad boy, the bad boy people loved, Han Solo, got trapped in carbonite. So if they never made Jedi, you would have thought he was dead. And
Mhm.
people flipped. The thing is, the, the thing is, when Lucas was at his best, was when Star Wars was constantly evolving and changing, like how Empire changed from New Hope. Jedi gave it a nice end, but it still changed things from Empire. It wrapped it up. And then when you go to the prequels, that's where it fell apart a bit because he introduced idiotic characters. You made until episode 3, you really hated Anakin.
Even they made him, even as Vader, look like a bitch.
No, he didn't. All right, in
It's
episode
just
three,
he just didn't act it very well.
no,
No, yeah.
no. The thing is,
Here's the
all
thing.
right,
In my opinion, as much as Rotten Tomatoes says episode 3 out of the holes were the best, I still like, as much plot holes as there are, I like episode 1.
all right. Episode 1 was like Annie, little Annie, and you can't believe that he grows up to be Vader. And then you see episode 2 when he became whiny as hell and a bitch. Then
And-
episode 3, he actually has honed his force abilities, and you see that he was duped out of desperation. But the thing is, even when he realizes he was duped, he's like, I like this anyway.
Mm.
He's like, you won't like. He's like, Padme's like, I'm not in problem. You're gonna be the problem. He's like, don't you dare defy me. And he got power go to his head instead of what he originally wanted to do that for.
Right.
And that's when how you see Hayden Christensen's Anakin Skywalker in episode 3 go from the hero that everybody likes and da. Then you see his desperation. You could latch onto that, and then going way off the deep end to where you're just like, he's lost. And then he didn't get bitched. What do you expect? What do you expect? The apprentice being a young Anakin Skywalker is not going to best a young Ben Kenobi. It's not happening.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm just the way they portray him after he's supposed to be. I know he's lost Padme, but it's like,
he didn't lose her yet.
No, when he went into the Vader suit, she died.
Oh, the no thing. The no.
Yeah.
Yes,
When he
that was
told
horrible.
him she died.
That's what I mean. I'm saying I'm not even caring when he was Anakin, but when he turned into Vader. As we all know, Vader, that suit, James Earl Jones' voice screaming, "No, fuck you."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like what, like the word.
Like
Padme.
that's what I mean. You bitched him out. You bitched Vader out in that little moment because he was a badass while he was got burned. That fight with Obi was fucking amazing. A great fight.
Mm-hmm.
You would have been cool instead of the no if he just like took his lightsaber and just destroyed the chair.
Oh,
Exactly.
if he did what Kylo Ren did, 7, when he threw that temper tantrum, if he did that, that would have been more badass.
You know, it'd be cool though, or if he would have just like crushed the thing with the force, or what? I mean, I get the
Yeah.
no.
Like-
The problem is they did the cinematic no, like they always
Yeah,
do.
they
Like,
faded. They like backed the camera away and all this.
They
Yeah,
tried to make it a
and you-
dramatic. They tried to make it a dramatic moment when they should have made it a.
Yeah, and you see Palpatine like.
See, that was funny. I still think we Jar Jar.
No, fuck that. Anyway, let's get back on The Last Jedi.
You mean that theory?
Yeah, that theory.
Let's get back on The Last Jedi.
That was kind of a fun theory, but yeah, we won't go back.
Okay, so the minority, blah blah blah, ha ha ha, whatever, and there's been a bunch of butthurt fanboys that started a petition
I was about to bring this up. Yes.
to strike. Yes, yeah. Keep laughing. Get it out. Get it out.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this.
This is the stupidest thing, dude. This is the dumbest thing. So they basically are making a petition to basically force Disney or the creators or whatever to strike the Last Jedi from Star Wars canon. And then in a couple years they want them to make another Last Jedi where Luke is a badass or something.
Luke is not supposed to be a bad. I haven't even seen it, and I already know Luke's not supposed to be a badass. He's supposed to be Yoda.
Yeah.
All right, what the hell is that in the background?
Oh,
Hey.
that's Burzum. Because you see,
Oh, God.
you see. Look, I have stalled on
Here we
watching.
go.
I have stalled on watching the new Star Wars because, like, I've stalled on everything else, and I didn't have a chance to observe any of this when it happened, and I'm seeing all these pictures of him now, and it hit me 2 days ago, and it lit like a ton of bricks. Luke Skywalker looks like current Varg Vikernes. That is why these kids are angry. You've taken the hero from their youth and turned him into a delusional, convicted murderer with only one good song to his name.
Looks like that or
Who you-
Charles Manson.
Who sings like he's falling on Legos.
Like I didn't see it yet. I really hope someone noticed this 2 years ago and already made a nice video of Rey handing him the lightsaber set to that song and just standing there with the song playing in the back. Because really, if you watch the video of Varg Vikernes that everyone's been making of him like practicing kung fu and all this junk,
Oh, God.
he looks.
Oh, God.
Why does he look so much like this dude? It makes no sense. Why?
I don't know.
It just is like, why does Luke look like Varg? What is going on?
Oh, God. Oh, God. So, all right, we're not gonna get spoilery with The Last Jedi until maybe next week or whatever when everyone has seen it.
That's if we're.
I still have
we'll-
to see Force Awakens, dude. You don't understand how behind I am, bro. You don't.
Well, see Force Awakens.
Don't understand. No, it's on my list. It's on my list. The list is like a mile long, and like freaking True Detective 1 and freaking all this stuff is on the list before. It's just on the like I will get to it. It'll happen. Just
Well, speed it up because we want to talk this. We want to talk The Last Jedi while it's still relevant.
I mean, it doesn't matter because by the time I watch it, I will have forgotten what you said.
True. True. Okay, and then screw it. Next week.
I
we're doing.
care about the thing you got to understand about me and I don't do this to other people, but for me, I care less about spoilers than anyone, even.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm gonna see I'll listen to any
'Cause
spoilers.
My mind is
if I'm
kind of
gonna
like,
see
well,
it,
I still gotta see it for myself, and a lot of times that shit is like telephone, and it's not exactly the way people said it happened.
Right.
So
Okay, so we'll see it. All right, so we'll talk those spoilers next week when Ronnie has seen it.
yes,
yeah.
I will definitely.
All right. Anyway, but back onto this dumb petition. There basically the guy worded it. He's like, they have ruined our childhood and taken away our Luke Skywalker and blah blah. I'm like, oh my God, give me a break. Here's the funny thing.
Now, anytime someone actually sucks up something from our childhoods, we're just gonna sound like these people.
Here's what I want to know. I want to know, where are the social justice warriors? Because, all right, here's a little spoiler.
Actually, you know where they are?
Wait, can I guess? Can I
You know
guess
where
what you're
they
about
are?
to say?
What?
Phasma?
No. I'm saying no, not the social justice warriors because of that. No, I'm saying because this movie, The Last Jedi, is the most girl powery in the Star Wars universe. It is. Leia's pretty awesome. There's Captain Holdo or Admiral Holdo, which is awesome. Rey, of course, a Jedi.
Mhm.
Captain Phasma is pretty badass in the movie, even though she does sort of.
Well, we don't know yet. You don't know yet.
Right,
Did
you don't know
Tatiana
yet.
Maslany show up yet? I thought she was supposed to be in one of these.
Who?
I thought Tatiana Maslany was supposed to be in one of these.
I don't know.
No? No? Okay.
I have no idea.
I don't
so,
know. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah, Ray is Daisy Ridley as Ray is badass. Admiral Holdo, I think she was. Oh my god, I forgot her damn name. Ugh.
All I'm saying is they're out there. You just haven't seen them yet, but they're out there. I've
Yeah,
seen
actors have not been-
I've seen rumblings of this because
More people
someone
are
we
pissed
know
off at Mark
already
Hamill.
compared this to the Ghostbusters 2016 backlash.
No. No.
Someone else already compared it to that. And I was sitting there like, oh God, don't even try this now. Don't try this now. Really.
Yeah, they made a new character, Rose, and Rose was interesting.
Mm.
Where is it? Oh, Laura Dern. Laura Dern was Admiral Holdo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She was awesome. Like, it was very girl power. I mean, a lot of the heroes were females. So the whole thing, I'm like, so where are the social justice warriors that would be attacking these fanboys for basically saying it ruined this and Luke is da 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 da. Because
They're coming.
Here's
They're
the thing,
coming.
though.
No, because here's the thing.
We heard this all. If they're out there talking, they really need to shut up because you've been doing this since Rogue One.
Yeah,
Rogue One was the same damn thing. Oh well, it shouldn't be a female being the lead. It shouldn't be. Shut up. Rogue One by far is the best prequel. Is one of the better prequels.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, like, I mean, that's the issue, like, because these people they're overlooking the fact that Rian Johnson made the Force a lot bigger than what it was. Because before the Force was just something you can move rocks and, oh, I can move things and, I can become a Force ghost and that's that. He's expanded the power like tenfold in this movie. Which makes sense. No, which makes sense. Because if somebody because if somebody says they don't have control of the Force, they use the Force, they don't have control of it. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Because the Force is all over. Because like Luke even says, the Force is all over the place. The Force is all around them. It's in them. It's all around them. They just, how can I put it? They become one with the Force, and that way they can use it, I guess. If it makes sense. It's weird to talk about it, but the powers they showed with the Force were more grand than just, oh, look at me, I can concentrate and move an X-Wing. And that's one funny thing I heard. Nerds were like, there was a chance for Rey to lift the X-Wing out of the river, and she didn't do it. And blah, 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 blah. It was like, because it's not Empire, you moron. And this is, all right, I'm just going to get to it. This is our friend, Mike Keskes, realgeeksguide.com.
You met him 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I asked him, if he could, come on and talk about this. He couldn't, but he wrote something, and I'm going to read it. Okay? So this is his final thoughts on Star Wars: The Last Jedi, and this is his rant. And here we go. So it's been 1 week since Star Wars: The Last Jedi came out and divided the fan base across two clear and distinct camps. There are those that love the movie and can see it's a bold new direction that Rian Johnson took with the film, and then there are also those that only liked or hated the film. They lament Disney's ruining of what happened after Return of the Jedi, and hold on to those thoughts of Luke and Mara Jade happily married, and of Jason and Jaina Solo, and all those books and comics that kept the franchise alive for the dark times when we had no more movies, nor were we ever going to get more after the prequels. To those fans, I say, guys, you have to let it go. That's not how it happened anymore. That patchwork canon from one author's idea and then another fills in some more with their books and so on. Those days are done. What we have now is a way what we have now is way better than any Star Wars canon before, and the reason for that is continuity. It is so concise now under the watchful eye of Pablo Hidalgo that everything flows together in one big picture, like how Marvel used to be. But this one is stretched across all forms of media, from the movies to comics to novels, video games, and cartoon shows. It's all related, and unlike the MCU, it really is all connected. How could you not like that? The books and other media help expand on things, events, and characters that won't and will never get their time to be developed properly in the films because that isn't their story. If you think Boba Fett and Captain Phasma are useless characters because they haven't done anything on screen, well, you're absolutely wrong on all counts. They don't do much in the movies because they aren't supposed to. It isn't their story. They're minor characters in that story, but they're in their own stories. They are main characters and get the time needed to develop. The problem comes from judging Star Wars as a movie series. It is that, yes, but it's so much more. The movies are just a brief glimpse into that world overall. The other material is where it comes to life. If that's not your thing, if you just want to like the movies, that's fine too. There are talented people who make YouTube videos explaining and breaking down the bigger story for you, so you don't have to read the novels, play the games, or watch the shows. Going back to just The Last Jedi, though, the main problem with the movie is that in the 2 years since Force Awakens, people have speculated a lot about who Rey's parents are, who Snoke is, and all that stuff. And people wanted to see one of those theories play out in this movie. They wanted Snoke to deliver a monologue about how he was secretly Darth Plagueis, or Grand Moff Tarkin surviving the Death Star explosion, or my own theory, he was Ezra from the Rebels turned to the dark side. But we didn't get that, did we? Nope. Who's Snoke? It doesn't matter who he is. Who are Rey's parents? Doesn't matter either. It's so much better this way because it moves past the days of the trilogy we grew up watching it. It moves past the days of the trilogy we grew up watching. It lets the past die and we move on to the next story. The fanboys rather, they don't want that though. They want Luke, Han, and the gang doing the same things they always were. Fighting the Empire forever, no change, just nostalgia and familiarity. My God, it sounds like old school punk rock fans. But that's not life, and that's not how Star Wars works. In the end, I saw a meme earlier today that I'll share with you. Now, which I think would have to be the only way to satisfy everyone. Have a good night, all, and may the Force be with you.
Part of that
What?
all these fanboys coming out and just bitching because Disney backtrack, keep it canon, but a part of the next movie, the part of 9, they actually do reveal who her parents in his Snoke is.
If they do, I mean, here's the thing: there are so many Siths, it doesn't matter.
Oh, no, I
Snoke
understand that, but I'm saying is like, but what I'm saying is though, like they're saying though is like, and maybe not even Snoke. I could care less. I would rather have it be Jar Jar fucking Binks. I think that I would pop like a motherfucker if it was Jar Jar. But my thing is if it shouldn't matter who's Rey's parents is. I mean, yes, you can make your opinion. Is it Luke's kid? Is it Obi's kid or Obi's niece or whatever? Fine. What I'm worried now is if they did come out, because I didn't see it, if they did come out and say who her parents were, and obviously the fans don't like it.
Well, here's the thing. What was Luke? What was Anakin? Anakin's parents were slaves, right?
Yeah.
They were slaves. They were traded. They were nobodies. They were nobodies through the galaxy, and all of a sudden Anakin, found the Jedi and rose to be, the one. And then Luke, was basically just a normal farm boy who all of a sudden found
out that his father is one of the...
Yeah, but what is he still descended from? A slave.
Farm kid, yeah.
No, he's a farm kid, yeah. But what was he descended from? A slave.
Yeah.
and a family that was bought and sold.
Right.
I mean, if you buy and sell people, that's called slaves.
Exactly.
There's no way around that. So basically, Luke was descended from slaves. So Ray's parents were drunk traders. Okay. Why does the Force have to be in this family? Why does the Force? Because here's the thing: who taught Anakin? Who taught Anakin? Who taught Ben? Yoda.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't like passed down
you know,
or anything.
And
No,
who taught? Right. Who taught
But
Qui-Gon Jinn?
Oh no.
Who taught
Yeah.
Qui-Gon?
You're
Who
right.
taught Mace Windu? Yoda. Does that mean Yoda had the Force? No. Yoda was just one. There is no saying that the Force has to be just within this group. No, it doesn't. And what they're talking about with like the Last Jedi and all that, it's like it's time for that little click thingy, whatever people thought was, to end. And the Force, of course, moves on because the Force is everything. It's all around us. So of course there's going to be other Force users that are not going to be in the Skywalker clan.
Right. No, I fully agree with that. I get what he's saying, I get what you're saying, but it's Disney and you know how Disney gets.
All right. Put it this way, how many Disney heroines have rose from nothing? A ton.
Oh yeah, well that's half of Disney. That's 90% of the Disney princesses.
I mean,
yes,
Mulan
and
was a
now that the
princess, she wanted
alien
to be a
queen
soldier.
is a Disney princess.
Shh.
So,
Shh. So is Predator.
Yep.
anyway, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, you look at Cinderella. Was she a prince? No, she was a nothing. You look at a bunch of these people; they were nothing. So
Right.
why all of a sudden does Rey have to be from this larger than life dignitary thing, whatever? Why can't she just be somebody that was basically bought and then is Force sensitive and now is rising on her own?
Yeah.
What is so bad about that? Seriously, what is so bad about that?
No, nothing. But my worry is the fact that a cow is gonna bow down to these people that, oh well, we're not gonna see. Good. You made fucking $500 million. I think
Okay.
100 million. I think $100
They're
million
not
ain't
going
gonna
to-
kill you.
Okay, let me see. Hold on. $500 million in 7 days. This petition has 1,800 signatures from idiotic fanboys.
They're not going to pay attention to any of this.
They ain't gonna pay attention to shit.
No.
Because
Like,
there are more.
that
there are
much
more
money
people,
in 7 days. Like, see, like in 2 weeks, actually. Well, first of all, how long do we think they're keeping this in theaters before it goes right to home video? Because
Probably a
Oh.
month.
yeah,
No,
because the other
this is
two
gonna
went to
be in
home video
theaters till
pretty
February.
fast.
This is
Okay.
going to be in theaters until February, easy.
Okay, so in February we'll see how much it made by then, and that will tell you whether they're going to listen to these people or not.
Because how
Sure.
long was Rogue One in theaters? Till like February.
Right.
Yeah, but it also came out later. It also came out second week of January.
No, Rogue One came out right before Christmas, dude.
Yeah, that's the new Christmas movie. Like, it's replaced Lord of the Rings now that Lord of the
Well,
Rings isn't have gone.
Star Wars, yeah, Star Wars usually did come out around Christmas time. They always have.
Yeah. Like even the remasters or whatever they call those.
Right. It's like Star Wars is the one exception to the rule that big crazy budget, blockbusters don't belong in the Christmas season. Star Wars is the exception. Because
And even
usually
though
Christmas is
And
right, because usually Christmas is like the feel good movies and musicals and shit.
Although that's when the Harry Potter movies were coming out too, right?
Partially, also some Harry Potter movies did come, the darker ones would come out around the summer.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
well, 9. Well, you know what? I wonder if they're gonna go with that. It's Universal, but I wonder if Disney's gonna take over with it. Because I looked up the release date for 9, and it's supposed to be in May.
No, that's not episode 9. Episode 9 is not going to be in May. It's going to be around Christmas.
I
They'll
think,
push it. They'll push
And
it.
well,
yeah, I was
isn't
gonna
the
say if
Han
they're
movie
smart, they'll
first?
push it back. They're
That's what
doing the
they'll do.
Han one
They'll-
first.
they'll put Han in May, and then they're gonna put Episode 9. It'll probably come out 2018, 2019.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Christmas 19.
Yeah, so I mean, that's what it is. Like the stupid fanboys, like they're not gonna listen because there are more people that are upset with the MCU than there are of these dumb fanboys that are trying to start a petition.
Yeah.
And if Marvel hasn't listened to the people that are upset with the MCU, do you really think Disney and Lucas, because Lucas does have some input in this now. He's not completely hands off.
Nope.
It's his freaking, it's his baby. He's not hands off. He just gave the reins over. So Lucas, if Lucas, do you think they're really gonna listen to 1,800 or even 18,000 pissed off fanboys?
I mean, have they erased Jar Jar from the prequels? No.
That stain.
All right, 18,000. All right, 18,000 fanboys show up at a con and show up at a Star Wars con in fucking California. You really think that 18,000, if they did get 18,000 fanboys are going to change the freaking Star Wars universe? Fuck no. And besides, what does Disney care about what butthurt fanboys think? The critics love it. The audience cinema score is an A.
Most of the butthurt fanboys are not in Disney's demographic. Demographic.
The butthurt fanboys will go see the movie again and again to try to nitpick shit, to find shit to nitpick. But it means
funny because they're just adding to the box office by doing it.
Yeah, and with the FCC and everything cracking down on Cody and the internet things, more and more people are going to see the movie in theaters rather than just trying to stream it online.
Yep.
Because it's not available unless you want to see a shitty cam version. That's only up for a couple days and then taken down.
Or Korean.
That's up for a couple days and then taken down.
Yep.
You're gonna have to go to 125th Street again.
Mm-hmm. So more and more people will go see it, and all these fanboys bitching, don't see it, it sucks, it's horrible. It just somebody hasn't seen it yet. It's like, well, okay, well, what's the big deal about it? And then they go see it and go, ain't that bad actually. I dig it.
Because this has made me want to see this more than I already did.
And then there are the hypocrites, like a fanboy I ran into at opening night, where he was applauding and cheering and yeah, and then he was talking about it, and I looked at his phone and his Twitter's like, just got out of Star Wars The Last Jedi, #worst movie ever, # my childhood is ruined. But yet he was talking about it glowingly. Hypocrite much?
Yeah.
And remember, half of these 4chan, again, half of these reviews are bullshit by 4chan users. So if somebody makes 20 to 50 dummy accounts, how many dummy accounts can you make? I mean, if you have a dummy account generator, wherever you can make 100 or 200 dummy accounts and try to sync something on Rotten Tomatoes. That's the problem with the people these days. They don't want to find out for themselves. I mean, if anything, the DC controversy has shown people to find out for yourself rather than listen to Rotten Tomatoes, which Rotten Tomatoes is a review aggregator. So don't even take that into effect, because there are a bunch of freaking critics, especially on Rotten Tomatoes, especially with The Greatest Showman, that can't find the fun. And it's like they know that they get more clicks if they talk shit about a movie than they do if they talk about something glowingly. Yeah. It's a fact of life. Why do you think that we do a bad movie podcast? Why do you think we watch shit movies? Deliberately watch shit movies. Because they're more entertaining for you, the listener, to listen to, rather than us glowingly review, pieces of cinematic gold and shit like that. Because After a while, you're like, yeah. You can't make jokes about it. You can't make jokes about it, and you can't be fun with it. This is why we do a shit movie podcast. Take that into account. So don't listen to the reviews. Never listen to reviews. Go see it for yourself. Or wait for Redbox or whatever, or try to stream it on Kodi. I don't give a shit how you do it. But see it for yourself.
Yeah.
Because half the Rotten Tomatoes shit is fake. The other half, but the critic score and all that, is also messed up because there are critics that will give something a 3 out of 5, and automatically that counts in Rotten Tomatoes as rotten, which makes no sense. It's a fucked up score. The IMDb score is more accurate than Rotten Tomatoes, but people are like, oh, you see the percentage on Rotten Tomatoes and da-da-da-da-da. You know, and people nowadays just swear by Rotten Tomatoes, and it's stupid.
Yeah, first of all, you can't really trust those kind of sites until the hype dies down for something.
You can't trust
when the hype is hot, because when the hype is at its highest, you'll get a lot of people just downrating stuff on purpose or whatever. Like 2 years from now, it'll probably have an accurate rating, but right now, it's not going to have one. It's not going to have an accurate rating until probably 2021.
What Rotten Tomatoes needs to do is the same thing that Amazon does, where Amazon notices that, on a Prime account, whatever, if you have like 2 accounts linked to one credit card, that's all you can have. A link to that credit card. If you see that you have like 25 or 50 accounts linked to 2 credit cards, they step in and say something. Rotten Tomatoes needs to do that. So you don't have like 100 or 500 dummy accounts by some 4chan fucker. It's a simple fact.
No, you're right.
But people, because all of a sudden now Rotten Tomatoes has that see it, skip it show on Facebook. So, that even grows the whole stigma of Rotten Tomatoes and the whole aura of the whole illusion of Rotten Tomatoes being the source and the final say. Which is bullshit. Because how many movies have you liked in the past year that Rotten Tomatoes has hated?
Justice League.
Yeah. Justice League, Greatest Showman for me.
I want to see that so bad.
It's really good. You know what? And so there's our Star Wars thing. We'll talk spoilery shit next week.
The Metallica of movies, apparently. Yes. I just saw this.
Yeah, so don't say that if you like it, you're in the minority. You're not. You're in the majority, actually, because the minority of it has dummy accounts on 4chan that try to cheat the system.
Yeah, but of course, though, those type of people all have the louder. Those type of people always have the loudest voice.
No, they don't. No, they don't. They think they do, but they don't. Because half of those idiots on 4chan that were like, Trump, you know what happened, most of them? They could only vote once.
Yeah, although they did get us here.
Yeah, they did get us here. And
4chan is like a really big part to blame for
and now
a lot of that. And yeah,
and now they're really now a lot of them are sorry.
Yeah,
especially with that tax bill that passed.
Yeah, and the fact their internet isn't going to work in a couple months.
Congress is not like it.
Congress already
if we have to count on Congress for anything, we're fucked.
Well, the fact that Republicans have already come out and said they're gonna bring this up and be, fuck this. Think Democrats are gonna let this pass?
Well, Democrats don't. And all right, here's the thing I was talking about last night with the whole circle of bullshit that is politics. All right, if you remember in the 80s, and even with Nixon, trickle down.
Reaganomics.
What'd it do? It fucked up our economy. Bush did the same thing. What did he do? Fuck up our economy. What happened? We voted in a Democrat to clean up the mess. As soon as he's not cleaning it up fast enough, what the Republicans do, they bitch about it. Go, well, see what's happening under Clinton's watch and see what the taxes.
They don't realize. Well, you left him. This is what you left him. He's gotta fix what you fix what you fucked up. And then they put one of their guys in and just fuck it up worse, so the other guy can't fix it.
Right, and then
just back and forth like that.
Right. Clinton couldn't fix the fuck up fast enough. All of a sudden, he had 2 terms. Clinton couldn't fix the fuck up completely. As soon as he had it somewhat okay, in comes Bush to fuck it up more, to royally fuck it up. Then all of a sudden, here comes Obama that has to do these things and these things and these things and these things. And what do Republicans do? They bitch and bitch and bitch and bitch and bitch and bitch and bitch. And then finally
try to make sure you can't fix anything.
Right. They bitch and bitch and bitch and bitch and bitch. And then what happens eventually? Voters that don't know whether they're Republican or Democrat, all of a sudden, the stupid ones especially, go towards the bitchers, and then they vote in a Republican. And what's the Republicans doing again? Royally fucking it up. Royally fucking it up to the point where they know that once Democrats get voted in again, how many people are going to fall for the okie doke again and again and again.
Mm-hmm.
This is our politics. This is the system.
But what bothers me though is with politics and stuff like that, it's got to be the fact that, how to describe this, is the fact that Trump is going, like, I'm not Republican. In my opinion, I'm not Republican. I'm not Democrat. I vote for whoever has the best argument. I don't choose.
Nowadays, I used to be like that, but nowadays I'm more liberal because the liberals have a lot more right things to say right now.
Like, I actually lost friends because I didn't vote for either one of them. Figure that shit out.
This is basically what American Horror Story Cult was about.
Yeah. And a lot of
people... what makes me mad about Trump is Trump has gone back and has killed good parts of Obama's.
Yeah, just to kill it.
Just to kill it. Out of spite. Like, that's what bothers me. It's not the fact that it actually had to be fixed. It's the fact that they just killed it to kill it.
Yeah. That's what it is. It's basically, how can you put it? When the Republicans get into office, it's a big dick measuring contest. My dick is bigger than yours. My dick is bigger than yours. My dick is bigger than yours. And I'm going to show it. And
when the rebels go after the alliance.
It's more like, it's basically like, oh, well, you had your guy in there. Well, wait till we get our guy in there. We'll show you. Yeah. We'll show you.
Yeah, that's like the dick measuring contest. And if it's
to be honest, the Democrats kind of did the same thing because, it was like, well, it really piss them off if we want a black guy. And then it really did piss them off. They got really butthurt. Got really butthurt.
But you know what, though? At that time,
butthurt over that.
Obama, Obama was the right choice.
Right. So then they run like the biggest asshole they can find. And the Democrats run a woman. And we're just like, oh, yeah, just really trying to piss each other off there. That's all it was. I don't think a candidate has been run not out of spite since Bush Jr.
Here's the thing. I mean, when you really want to get down to it, especially with foreign policy and all the other stuff, the woman was the right choice for the Democrats to go if it wasn't going to be Bernie, because Bernie was a little extreme with certain views. I mean, we all liked him. I liked him. I loved him.
I do think they fucked him over, though.
Oh, they did.
That's actually come out and been proven.
Oh, they did. They did. The thing is, though, she had
shoving that in the face of every girl I know.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The other thing is she had more experience with foreign policy and stuff like that we need,
and
that we needed to where she was better fit for the job. She was. I mean, the American people may not think so, but she was. But this is not here nor there. I'm just saying that basically it's become like a dick measuring contest, like it is, because it's like, it's like, well, I'm bigger, and I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna show you how big I am and how big my balls are. I'm gonna do this, and we're gonna go to war. Trump wants to go to war.
Yeah, we're
But
just
here's
gonna
the problem.
lose this one.
He knows. Well, no, he also knows that the minute he does something, China's gonna.
Yeah.
That's the problem. China's kind of that barrier right now, and I can't believe that's actually a thing.
China.
The fact that China pretty much said, whoever fires first, we're on the other team.
There it is. It's hilarious that China wants to keep the peace, and then, Trump wants to be a dick. Anyway, let's talk about let's go from one asshole to a bunch of assholes. An Ultimate Beastmaster.
Panda.
What is this thing?
All right. Ultimate Beastmaster is Netflix's answer to American Ninja Warrior, with a lot.
Oh my!
Hold on. It's America's answer. It's basically Netflix's answer to American Ninja Warrior, with a lot less of the stupid, like, campy, dumb jokes.
Okay.
A lot less of the campy, dumb jokes. A lot less of annoying announcers.
Oh.
The announcers aren't that annoying. And they have announcers from every country.
Oh.
Yeah. Rather than just like individuals compete, it's like countries. So it's almost like the Olympics.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's pretty cool. Like, season 2 had the Americans, the Italians, the French, the Chinese, Indians, and I'm trying to remember.
French.
I said French.
Oh, Chinese.
Spain.
Spain. Yes, the Spaniards.
Are there British announcers?
Probably in Great Britain's there. They will be.
Okay.
So the American announcers for it were Chris. I forgot his damn name.
Yeah, I forget his name.
DiStefano. Chris DiStefano.
DiStefano.
All right.
Chris DiStefano and Tiki Barber.
Oh.
Yeah. So Tiki's more play-by-play. Chris DiStefano like does a lot of color and commentary and jokes.
Obviously, the comedian's going to be the color.
Right. The Indians were oh my god, this one girl, she had like a nose ring, like a septum, and this dude, fuck it, I should probably look. Ultimate Beastmaster season 2, since I got finished talking about The Last Jedi. Ultimate Beastmaster season 2. And all of a sudden Google decides to go Ultimate Guitar. Ultimate Beastmaster season 2. Nope, Ultimate Guitar. Fuck you.
What?
Yeah, I had
Oh,
to laugh
excuse
about
me.
that.
Whew. Yeah, last year was Terry Crews and Mr. Thomas, I think.
Yeah, of course, Thomas. Yeah.
Here we go. United States, Tiki Barber. Okay. Spain was Paul. English is hard. Chris, I'm sending it to you.
English
sending
is
it to you.
hard. Where's it?
I'm under Wikipedia. Put it to Skype.
All right, fine. Let me check it out here. La 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 la. There better not be a shitty ass video. I'll be pissed.
No, there's no vid.
Thank God.
Oh, Saul Craviotto.
Oh, the hosts. All right.
Saul Craviotto.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm
Paula
looking here.
Vasquez.
Where the hell are the hosts?
Paula Vasquez. What's
So,
the
yeah, it's-
Oh, okay. All right. Tiki Barber and Chris Stefano, Paula Vasquez and Saul Craviotto from Spain.
Saul.
Gillies Marini and Sandy Heribert from France. And the funny thing is, Sandy is actually a sports journalist.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to save these guys for last.
Fascinetti.
I'm going to save those guys for last.
Go to the
China-
Indian one first before you do China.
All right, India had Vidya Jamwal, who was an actor and a martial artist, and Sarah Jane Diaz, who's an actress. Then we had Bingu and Du Quigny. And then we had the Italians, who were
Oh my
the
God.
comedic stars, Bianca Balti and Francesco Fascinetti.
They literally run through each. They run to everybody's freaking thing while someone else is running.
What?
They run through the things, and apparently, well, they started off a thing with France. It's like, yeah, we are here, and the French are here, and of course the French are gonna copy us, and da-da-da-da. We're Italian. What do we care? And there's a part where this guy, oh my God, this Indian dude, he's on the energy coils, which is like these things, like you know the things in American Ninja Warrior where you have to jump to one to one to one.
Oh, crap. The jumping spider?
No, not jumping
No,
spider.
no.
It's like remember the thing where they always the stones
Oh.
where you
Yeah, I don't
think
what the hell they call that.
yeah, you jump to this one, you jump to that one, you jump to this one, jump to that one. Well, basically, the energy coil is like that, only it's about 20 feet up in the air,
Oh, boy.
and you have to jump from coil to coil, like jump. Like the things are like 7 feet apart.
What?
Like that's the thing though. Even though this is okay, the best way to describe this, it's Ninja Warrior meets Double Dare.
No, I don't think it's, dude, it's Ninja Warrior without a net.
No, I'm saying like
all
it's yes, it's Ninja Warrior. It is Ninja Warrior, but the obstacles are so over the top and like campy that it's just fun.
I don't think they're campy. I think the obstacles hurt you
Yeah,
because
literally see people.
the energy coils are steel, which means when you jump into them and you have to grab on, it's like, gong, and you're just like, ooh. They have these thing called the stomach churn, where you get on the thing and it spins clockwise. Some of them spin really fast, some of them spin slow, and then you have to jump to the other one. So you have to get your balance, get your equilibrium, and then you jump to the other one and pray you don't fall off. And then right after that, there's a thing called the digester track that you have to run up quick as it sinks in the water.
And trouble with that one now.
Yeah, because basically if you fall, and they have a rule that all 4 limbs need to be in the water for you to be eliminated. So you can actually try to save yourself.
Oh.
But there are some times when you save yourself, your shoes are wet, so your traction's going to be shit.
Oh, jeez.
And then they have things. Remember how they always had the wall, or like the rock climbing thing, where they would do like or the cliff hang. Remember that?
Why can't I remember any of the obstacles' names, dude?
Cliff
Damn.
Hang. Cliff
Yeah,
Hang
It's
from
been a little too
Ninja
long since I've
Warrior was
watched
on
that.
there.
Yeah. Remember Ninja Warrior cliff hang with Makoto Nagano was amazing at?
Yeah, it's been a little too long since I've watched that.
All right, Ultimate Beastmaster has a thing called the mag wall.
Mhm.
The thing is, the magnets, they fall after 2 seconds.
Oh, shit.
And then when you get into the final, the magnets now fall after 1 second.
That sounds like a Mega Man obstacle.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And then they have more things that are ridiculous, like the swinging chains, and then you have to do all these things. And it's a lot more grueling than Ninja Warrior. And the Italian announcers are amazing. Anyway, this one dude, he's like at the energy coils and he's scared or something like that. He just shut down. And he's basically squatting and like thinking about jump. He's basically squatting, standing up, squatting, standing up, squatting, standing up. And DeStefano's like, and we're waiting. And finally, DeStefano, just go, jump, jump. And Tiki's like, you're only making it worse. And Francesco Fascinetti goes, out, is this a new dance? New dance. And they go into the Indians' booth. Is this the new Bollywood dance?
Oh, dude, it's very like they toe the line. They toe the line a little.
Oh, it's like the Faccinetti gave. I think it was he gave the Italian. No, he gave the Indians spaghetti once. Here you go. Here you go. This ought to make you feel better. Plate of spaghetti. And like we have these. The French all they have is a baguette. That's all they have.
Yeah,
Baguette.
we
Oh
have
my
spaghetti, tortellini, pizza. What do they have? All they have is a freaking baguette.
Yeah. And it gets funny. And there are parts like when the French guy's going on, and it's like, and it basically said like, and now he's there, and he has a stupid haircut. He has a stupid haircut, and I hope he falls into the grinder. Because that's what things called. I hope he falls on the grinder. If you don't want, and when their guys go like Italia, Italia, it's like here he goes, and as soon as he's like no, and he holds it, and Bianca's like no, and he's still like no.
My favorite one though is the Chinese. There's one of the Chinese. She had a freaking panda on her head. And you see Tiki Barber and just go, got a panda on her head, and they look at each other and go, panda, 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 panda.
There's a part where the Chinese guy Bing Yu, who's funny as shit, he goes like, this is a Chinese guy too. He's like, he has a great goal. He will not be denied. Unfortunately, his goal was failure. And I'm just like, oh my god. And it's just hilarious. Like, there was a part when the guy's like, no, he's standing up on the thing. And Tiki's like, Francesco Faccinetti almost like fell into the cameraman. Like, we thought he was going to dive into the cameraman or something in the camera booth. It was hilarious.
It is a really fun show. It really is.
Oh, there's a part where like they had the thing is like, we are Italians, we are meant to suffer.
No.
We are Italians, we must suffer. It's in our blood.
It definitely toes the line.
It toes the line because it's hilarious. Like they're shit talking, but sort of not.
The fact that like two of the French people completed the thing, and they're all like just cheering and going nuts, and they're running over there. I thought they were about to tackle him into the gym.
Yeah, and then the Italian, then Luca Bazooka makes it, and they're like, and the Italians run over, do the same thing, and the French is like, typical Italians, they steal what we did first. It's basically a rivalry between Italy and France the whole time, and it sort of how can I put it? It sort of commands the spotlight more than the actual competition. And it's like, you can tell because all of a sudden the producers are like, wait a minute, they're really going at it. These barbs are funny. We could have them going at it the whole time while the people are going. And
Dude,
that's what they
Italy,
do.
France stuff is real because of freaking what the hell year World Cup was that? When Zidane
2008.
headbutted the guy.
2006.
Yeah, when Zidane headbutted the Italian player and got
Because he told him that his mother was fat.
I think they even bring that up.
Oh,
I think they even bring that up because Faccinetti actually goes typical French. Like, you're just like, damn. And they go into the French booth and the French come in the Italian booth, and you could see a little bit of animosity.
See,
Feel
that's
it.
real. Now, see, if the next season has Colombia and Brazil, you're gonna get like even worse.
Dude, if next season has Colombia, Brazil, you're getting a fist fight.
Dude, last year they had Inez Signs. Hey, Jets fans.
Oh God.
I just saw that. It's like, oh Lord.
Oh, and the
she's
other
still
thing,
on
and the other thing they have is fucking Di Stefano actually is trying to get a date with Sandra or whatever, the girl from India.
Okay.
It's like, oh, hug me, I'm trying to get a date. It's like, come on, all right, if he makes it, you got to go at me. If he makes it, you got to go at me. And every time he did that, the guy always falls. And like Vardian goes like, you keep. He's like, you keep jinxing us. Stop trying to make a date with her, because every time you do that, he falls. It's good. I like it. It's not as cheesy as American Ninja Warrior.
Which I haven't
Here's
watched
the
at
thing.
all. I only
No,
ever
here's the
watched
thing.
the original Ninja Warrior.
That's
The
the
original
thing.
was great.
The
Yeah, it
original
was.
was the best. When it was freaking what was it? Sasuke.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
The best part I love about this is you see the people when they interview them and they have all this confidence and all this bravado, like, yeah, I'm this, and I'm gonna be the ultimate Beastmaster. And you're just like, no, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not.
My favorite,
You're done.
honest to God, my favorite thing back in the day was just one of those things where it was like, where you saw some average Joe run it. Now it's gotten too, like, mainstream, I guess. Like, they're all in matching uniforms, matching tights.
I
The
like
original,
that.
the original Ninja Warrior had a guy in an Exxon Mobil uniform.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that was Ninja. Well, that was the thing with Sasuke. Like, Sasuke didn't matter. Like, same as American Ninja Warrior tried to do that, but now
American
everybody just
Ninja
wears
Warrior
workout
has.
shit.
Well, yeah, now they just wear workout shit. But I'm saying the original American Ninja Warrior, you know, the one that aired on G4,
Right.
had you could wear whatever you want. Like I saw people wearing like, dude, they had a streaker.
Yeah,
Japan had a
I remember
streaker
that.
too, I thought.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
they
remember
did.
that.
They also had a guy in a Superman suit.
Hey, Ultimate Beastmaster Season 2 had John Gerzik. I mean, they're all team coordinated because, like Olympics, but he has a bow tie. He has
Yeah.
a red, white, and blue bow tie.
I'm not saying, listen, like, that's nitpicking the fact that they have matches.
Well,
I'll admit
because
that.
it's
But
not.
at the
'cause
same
they're not
time,
trying to be-
it's not tacky though.
right. It's not trying to be a stupid. It's not trying to be a stupid reality show. It's actually a
It's not
competition.
trying to be American Gladiators.
Right. It
Yeah.
actually is a competition. Right. It actually is a competition, and that's why like they have announcers some announcers with a sports background, but they make sure they're entertaining, because the one thing they wanted to hold over from Sasuke was the entertaining announcers, which American Ninja Warrior forgot completely about
Of course.
with their
Yeah,
boring
'cause
announcers.
they
where it's like,
focused
blah, blah,
they
blah,
because
blah,
they
blah, blah, blah.
focused more on the course than they did, being entertaining.
Well,
Were
they also
using
focus
NBC
more.
sportscasters?
Yeah. When it's NBC Sportscasters, it's just like NBC, like just entertainers or whatever. But the thing is, they focus more on the reality aspect. They focus on the story, like, oh, she's a mother of 4 and she's going to compete, or he came back from da 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 da. Where Ultimate Beastmaster is like, yeah, he has a cool story. Yeah, this is pretty cool. All right, let's see him run the course.
Ultimate Beastmaster almost brings it back to Sasuke.
They do, but it's not as goofy and ridiculous.
Well, here's the thing. Sasuke even had that, like, had a guy show up that was famous for fucking being a comedian that always ran with a fucking octopus.
Yeah, we know.
That's
Yeah,
right.
like,
But,
yeah,
like, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying as though it was
that will not.
when
that,
Sasuke was average Joe. Was your average Joe yes, there were athletes, but there was no such thing as fucking there was no such thing as parkour.
Right. There was no such thing as parkour back then, or they didn't know about it. Now it's popular.
Yeah,
And a lot of the people that do good at Ultimate Beastmaster are parkour guys or boulderers,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
climbers
God.
and shit like
Yeah,
that.
like the two French guys. Oh my god.
Yeah, or they're some of the people from China that have a lot of athletic experience, because it's not like a bullshit course.
Yeah.
I mean, there are MMA fighters that you thought like that I think, oh, we're gonna school this thing, and they only get to like part 2 of the first stage,
Yeah.
and then they
yeah,
crap
but
out.
see, it hasn't been around long enough. Like, you remember when Ninja Warrior had been around long enough that people had like set up practice?
No, here's the thing though.
Obstacles in their backyards and shit.
Beastmaster always changes. Every year.
Oh.
Well, the thing is also Beastmaster is like, how can I put it? Beastmaster's like,
is a TV show.
all right. Ultimate Beastmaster is like stage 3 and stage 4 of Ninja Warrior before stage 5 on steroids. In other words, remember how Ninja Warrior's stage 1 was a breeze,
Kinda,
and then finally the Sasuke people were like, this is too easy. We need to make it harder.
Hmm.
and then they ramped it up, and then they ramped up stage 2. Ultimate Beastmasters stage 1 is like Ninja Warriors stage 3,
Oh boy.
except for that clock.
But what helps Beastmaster,
Yeah.
Beastmaster is though it's points. It's all points based.
Yeah, it's
So
points
even if you
based.
fall, it doesn't mean shit. You can still win.
Okay, so you get graded on how you did, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but
If you
then
can make
Not
it to
just
almost
clearing
the
it.
no,
Right, but then
Okay.
Ultimate Beastmaster has things called point thrusters, which are like little diversions from the main path.
Oh.
But the diversions always are a little hard. Like
Mhm.
they
there's
put
only
like
one in my opinion that's the easiest, and that's the going down the guts when they go down
No.
the esophagus.
no, that is
That
not. I have seen
that's
people
their
go step.
easiest. I'm saying that's their easiest one though.
I don't think no, it's not. Because that one fucks up a lot of people because like they'll go down the thing, grab the cable to basically save themselves and hopefully not get in the water, and then they have it right by the water. So your weight goes on that thing. Chances are you're gonna get wet unless you hang and try to kick it. Which if
That's
you
what a lot of
miss,
people.
fall.
Well, that's what people did in the first one.
The
First season.
easiest no, the easiest point thruster is the one on stage 1 at the mag wall because it's right as you're
Oh
going.
yeah, that's true. That's
Hit it, hit it. Yeah, hit it, and then you go. That one is the easiest one. The one on the energy coils fucks up a ton of people because it's this really long jump and they try to make it and they basically
12
smash their ribs.
12-foot downhill. Then you have to go the other way, and it's 12-foot gap uphill.
Yeah, basically you have to jump, like you jump this way, and there's a 12-foot gap, and you have to jump, and then it's far away where you either have to kick at it or like hold onto the thing for dear life and slap it, and pray to God you don't fall, and then you have to jump back another 12-foot gap,
Oh,
smashing
man.
your ribs again.
Oh man.
Have fun. Yeah, so Ultimate Beastmaster Season 2, I would check it out. The Italians are hilarious. I can't wait for Season 3. Keep the Italians or get funny people like that. So, moving on.
What did you just send us on Skype, Ronnie? John Cena with this helmet here.
I know
On
we
his
have a
Twitter.
plan. Do you mind if I bring this up, Chris?
Go right ahead.
Okay,
There's
so
a rumor going around that they.
oh, it ain't no rumor anymore.
Wait,
Oh God.
really?
Vince McMahon has sold $100 million worth of his stock to fund Anthem, not Anthem. I think it's Alpha Sports. It's called Alpha Sports.
Alpha
Yeah.
Sports. Oh
Which
wait,
they-
that's right.
which-
Yeah, Solomon Monster was
which-
saying he went off to
well-
formed his own company.
Well, no, he did, but with this being said, they have now, and we said this on Tuesday, they have copywritten the UFL.
Oh boy.
That's not all they copywritten. Chris, they went and he did the XFL.
They copy- Well,
He
probably
copywritten the FXL again,
he copywritten the XFL probably so he could use the teams for the UFL.
which means though we're getting the XFL back, and I am okay. And I am okay with this. I am okay. I am.
not think that was going to happen after I watched that 30-30. I don't know why I didn't think that was going to happen. I
Oh, it
should have
is.
guessed so long ago. I should have guessed it. I don't understand how I didn't guess that. Wow.
I am
Wow.
so happy that we're getting something new now.
But
Like,
this
again.
is a society that loves nostalgia. The thing is though, I mean, you can go rough and all that stuff,
What
but
was
how are they?
that? But no
how
one
are they-
actually liked it.
But no, the thing is, people liked it until they saw that it was bad football, which means he can't rush it, which means he needs these players to play together more than 6 months.
Okay, you know what? You know what would be perfect just to test the waters out? Put it on the network.
God, no.
I'm saying, just like put the preseason just to test out the waters. See what people think. Put it on the WWE network. See what happens.
Oh, God, don't put it on the WWE Network because then all of a sudden a lot of WWE fans are going to go, where's my wrestling? No, just don't put it on the fucking network. Like, here you go. If if Vince wants to do this thing, he needs to do it legit and not make it WWE. Because the problem that a lot of
Well, I
people,
think that's
no,
I
no,
think that's
here's
why he made his own. I think that's why he made it.
yeah, but here's
This
the problem. A lot of people have the XFL. When it wasn't the camera and all that, it was the crap with the cheerleaders
Right.
and how people were making it more WWE-fied. And like, he was sort of invading teams' privacy, which was crap. Like where people were on the sidelines go, "It's 3rd and 5, coach. What are you gonna do?" And the coach is like, "Well," and then he hears himself over the loudspeaker. It's like, "Get the hell out of here!" Yeah, I mean, it was funny, but it's stupid. I mean, there were a lot of things the XFL did do, like the cameras that you see in college football and the
they're the
NFL.
ones that
Yeah.
started the over the top cameras.
Yeah, the spider cams and stuff like that.
They're the
That-
ones that started I mean, the coin flip was an interesting thing, but too many people got hurt.
That was just, here's the thing you can do some of these relaxed rules, but there are rules that you need to have in place for safety.
No fair catch, fine, but do not have the guys go above the shoulder.
No, there has to be a fair catch. Because if you do no fair catch, all right, if you don't do a fair catch, that means like you're just gonna let the punt bounce.
I'm saying that's what that was the big thing for the fact that people were catching punts and there was no fair catch.
Yeah, and that a lot of them got injured, which was stupid.
Oh yeah, they did.
See, a lot of people are thinking that, we can go back to playing football like in the 60s. No, you can't. Because the game is played 10 times faster than it was back in the 60s.
Actually, there's been rumors that I don't agree with this, but because the game has gotten so fast and so brutal, that they might go back to style helmets to stop with hitting high.
They're not going to do that.
No, I'm
They're-
saying that's
they're
a
not-
stupid idea, but I heard that. I'm like,
They're not going to
That's
do it. They're not going to do that
interesting.
because those helmets were responsible for a lot of football players back in the 80s that are now having brain problems and brain trauma and dying.
Yeah.
They're not going to do that.
They're 10 times as strict about that.
The helmets nowadays, like the ones by Visus or the ones by Schutt, like the new ones that you see, and the one you usually see with the octagon thing in the center and all that, those are going to be the standard.
well, I
Those are
like
what you're gonna
those.
see.
Those are actually like those are almost considered. I want to say they're almost like a breakable helmet. And
All
they
right,
have enough give.
All right, the Visus helmet actually is the only one that gives. I mean,
Oh.
the other ones, like the Schutt ones and all that, they have these little patches that supposedly help with force and all that, but it's not like the Visus helmet. The Visus helmet has all these columns and stuff like that. So, because a lot of these helmets, they're made for direct impact or impact from the back, especially the direct impact. Like that's why they pad the thing like that, and they have the thing right there where it
Yeah.
releases the impact there. But they don't take into account that when players get swished from the side, where the Visus helmet actually is made. The Visus helmet is made basically with it was made with how can I put it? Like race cars drivers and stuff like that in mind,
Yeah,
like in a car crash.
it's almost like a NASCAR helmet.
Yeah, something like that. There actually is Ganassi helmets too, that they're lighter and they have the whole thing of a crash helmet. I mean, they're decent, but a lot of players right now seem to like the Visus one and the new Schutt one with the 2 squares, which a lot of people are going crazy about, which they like. But the Visus one actually has the helmet it's sort of collapsible, but how can I put it? It absorbs the impact. Like where if you smack a helmet, it goes boom like that, and it doesn't conform to it. Where the Visus one, if you drop it, the thing actually conforms to it and absorbs the impact and has all these columns. So if you get smacked around, it protects your head a little bit more. I mean, players, it's never going to protect completely 100% against concussion. It's never going to happen.
No,
But it does its job. Like Alex Smith had a ton of problem with concussions. He switched to the Visus helmet, I think was last year. And Alex Smith hasn't had a concussion yet.
Oh, wow.
And Alex Smith used to get concussed all the time. Like Alex Smith was always on the injury report for concussions.
Hmm.
And a bunch of other players have switched devices, helmets, and all that. And I mean, the XFL they can't do the old school helmets. That's ridiculously stupid. There's only one player right now that wears the old school helmet. Well, sort of an old school helmet. It's a helmet from the 90s, late 90s and early 2000s, and that's Tom Brady because he likes the way it feels.
Oh no, I'm not even talking about those old school.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'm
You're
talking about leather. I'm talking about like the leather helmets,
that's retarded.
like the lacrosse helmets.
That's
Oh,
retarded.
shit.
That's
The
never gonna.
ones
That's
from- Oh wow, no,
that's
no.
never gonna happen. That's
It's
never
like
gonna
Johnny
happen.
Unitas era. No.
No. Okay, have you ever seen Slam Ball?
Yeah, I've seen slam ball.
You know the helmets they used to wear?
Yeah,
Something almost like that.
that'd be
Oh.
stupid. That would be
Agreed.
stupid.
Agreed.
I mean, have you ever seen professional rugby and how many
Yes.
professional rugby
Well,
players
actually,
go
no.
out with
That's the best way to
concussions?
describe it. Now that's the hat they use. That's the helmet they use.
Yeah, or how many
Rugby.
Australian rules football players go out with concussions every year, and how many
Yeah.
Australian rules football players die from concussions?
Oh no, I agree.
It's stupid. Like if you're gonna do this XFL or UFL or whatever, if you're gonna do it, you need to have the helmet. You need to have the helmet protect him. And there are certain rules like the targeting rule. I mean, it's one thing you go, oh, well, no more pussies, but the thing is, you can't have helmet to helmet contact. You can't.
You know what you're almost probably better off doing? Taking college rules, pro rules, and take the best of them and put them together. And almost use this as a test. Be like, all right, how is it on the pro level? How is this going to change if we eject people targeting?
Well, here's the thing: the NFL probably is going to adopt the targeting rule,
That's
Which
their
means-
best bet.
which means there are only two rules really separating college and the pros. They're only
1
going
foot
to
and
be
bound.
1 foot, yeah, 1 foot 2 feet in bounds, and the other one is that in the last 2 minutes of the game in college, a first down stops the clock
That clock.
temporarily. That's about it.
Until the balls.
Yeah, that's about it. Everything else of what is a catch is the same. Like, there aren't many differences between the pro and the college game anymore. And they made it that way because a lot of college athletes were having problems transitioning to the pros and learning new rules and this and that. They made no sense.
And honestly, I think the two rules make that game. Even those two rules make that game dramatically different.
Yeah. So, I mean, if the XFL is going to happen, which it points that it is, they can't go, well, you can't be pussies and like helmet to helmet, because as soon as they do helmet to helmet and shit like that, unless WWE or unless Vince McMahon has some crazy wording going on in their contracts that would be really shystery, he is going to have a ton of lawsuits on his hand from, people going out with concussions. Because the last time the XFL came out, they boasted all these great players and and the thing is, at near midway through the season, half of those great players they boasted were out with season-ending injuries.
I only think
I forgot that.
two people the XFL.
Yeah, Rod Smart and Tommy Maddox.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah,
about
and
right.
Tommy Maddox shredded the XFL.
Oh yeah, he did. Oh my God, yeah, he did.
Because the problem was they only they brought the teams together and they gave them, I think it was like 6 months to practice as a team. 6 months to get
They
things
almost
done.
have to
or
give him
whatever.
a
Not even
have to
6
give him
months.
a year. They almost have to give him a year.
Year and a half at least. Because the thing is, why are people going to watch this versus, NFL Europe or versus another NFL farm thing? If he was doing the UFL or whatever was smart, he would partner with the NFL and make it like a farm club.
Yeah.
Make it a farm system. Like how NFL
what
Europe
time of
was.
year is this even? This is like during.
It's gotta be spring.
They got to go spring unless they want to be an idiot like Trump and try the fall. And if they try the fall, they're going to get crushed.
Well, I mean, they could all honestly. You know what they could do? Spring, summer. They could literally start their season after the Super
Start it in winter. Start it in winter. Start it like I wouldn't even start it 2 weeks after the Super Bowl. I'd start it the week after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you get what I mean.
I would start it the week after the Super Bowl.
And end it like and end it Labor Day.
You can end, no, I wouldn't end it Labor Day. I'd end it like in August. You
I
end it
wonder
in
if
August.
NBC shows it again.
The reason why you end it in August, or you don't end it, you end it when how can I put it? You start the season in February and you end the season when how can I put it? You end the season when NFL training camp starts.
Right. So then it's a continued cycle. That means
Right.
you're never missing football.
Well, that also means if the NFL wants to grab players from there,
Mhm.
they can grab them without them screwing up their season or whatever.
Yeah. You know what too? Is I noticed this too. You know what this will do? This will make baseball step their shit. If it does well. If this does well, baseball would have to step their shit.
Well,
because then
baseball's
football's
boring
playing-
as fuck anyway.
Well, they just did you hear the rule change for baseball.
What?
They put a 24-second game
Pitch
clock
clock?
in. Pitch
They
clock.
put a 24-second pitch clock, so pitchers and batters can't scratch themselves 5,000 times.
Exactly. They have 24. They have 24 seconds next pitch. If not,
Oh.
then it's a ball. Then it's an automatic ball. So it pretty much goes into without moving the base runner. It pretty much is a balk if they delay.
Hold on. I think we lost Monstar. Where the hell is he at?
Oh,
Yeah, because we talked too much damn XFL.
damn you, Vince!
What the fuck?
Welcome back.
Yeah, my
Yeah, what happened?
my Wi-Fi adapter. It's garbage.
Oh, we thought Vince McMahon kick you out.
No, we just talked too much XFL. Let's move on.
All right, yeah, let's get going because
Yeah,
it's almost 10 o'clock.
Yeah, because the XFL hijacked the show.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so The Greatest Showman, yeah. I saw it. I loved it. You got to go in. How can I put it? Critics need to find the fun, because a lot of critics are like, "Oh well, it wasn't a hard hitting look at P.T. Barnum." Did you expect it to be?
No, but it's also understand how the fuck the circus just came.
This doesn't This doesn't go with and the circus became this. No, this is loosely based on his life.
Well, I wonder why they expected that.
Because people are idiots. I mean, and the thing is, you look at the trailer, and the trailer's like, "I'm P.T. Barnum," and then it's a bunch of singing. Are you really expecting this to be a hard-hitting look at P.T. Barnum? No. You're not expecting that. You're expecting. I mean, if you go in this movie expecting that, you're an idiot. Because you look at the trailer.
I was expecting Les Mis, but
That's what it is. It's Les Mis without Russell Crowe shitting all over it.
Jean Valjean.
Put this way, it's like Les Mis with the circus, but people can actually sing. So you don't have to worry about
Did a High School Musical and Zendaya.
right. So you don't have to worry about. So you don't have to worry about Russell Crowe going. Blah, 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 blah.
My name is Russell Crowe, and I'd like to fight around the world.
Making movies, making songs that fight
Right.
around the world.
Right, Hugh Jackman.
So, but
Hugh Jackman
maybe
sings
there will
great.
be another movie about P.T. Barnum that actually is the hard hitting look, because you know how there was one movie about Steve Jobs, and then there was
Yeah.
the other movie about Steve
Well,
Jobs.
what's good about this is if this movie, then someone will go out and make. What's stopping someone from not going out and making another version of P.T. Barnum that actually is focused around the hardships of his circus?
And they'll cast Ashton Kutcher.
Oh God, that's messed up, man.
No, Danny Masterson. That's really fucked up.
And
That's
it'll
really
be
tough.
all about how he wasn't a good dad.
Oh,
Oh God. Oh. I mean, the thing is, like, it's not. You go in this movie and you're not expecting. You expect spectacle, and that's what it is, because that's what P.T. Barnum was all about. He was all about spectacle, and this is completely spectacle. That's all it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all spectacle. It's completely spectacle, and it's a very. The plot moves very fast. It's like from song to song to song, and the set pieces for the songs are amazing. The set pieces for the song are amazing, and the thing is, I don't know why people were thinking it would be a hard hitting look, because you go in, the two songs they play in the trailer are The Greatest Show and This Is Me. The movie is basically a Disney musical that's live action, just not under the Disney name.
And not based on a fairy tale.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I mean, that's what this movie is. It's not a hard hitting look at this and that. If anything, the moral is very that we need, or well, the message is that we need to be very tolerant of other races, other creeds, other people.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it's a celebration of life, basically. I hate to say it, it's a celebration of humanity.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like realistic.
Makes the
I
least
mean,
sense right now.
actually, it's one thing we need right now. It's one thing we do need right now, and I mean, that's what it is. I mean, you know, yes, in real life he did exploit the freaks and all that stuff and blah 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 blah. And in the movie, he's not very exploitative. He's more compassionate, which I figured it was going to happen. I mean, Hugh Jackman is great in the role. You can't help but not root for Hugh Jackman. And that's what it is. I mean, and as soon as it's a family-friendly film, it's a very, very family-friendly film. You can take the whole family and see it, and everybody will have a good time. If you're expecting some hard-hitting thing or like some big story and message like Rent, you're not going to get it.
Watch American Horror Story Freak Show instead.
Right. If you're going for, if you go in expecting a musical and to have fun, you're going to have a great time. I mean, the one song Zac Efron and Zendaya do, Rewrite the Stars, they are literally swinging in midair. And it's an awesome visual. Because this dude's falling in love with a trapeze artist. So, I mean, it's not for people to go, oh, well, this is stupid and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not for the cynical people. I mean, if you go in expecting, just to be cynical and to borrow from Faith from Buffy, find the fun a little. You need to find the fun.
That's the problem. Is that nowadays everyone's so cynical about movies? Movies are supposed.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Movies are supposed to be fun.
Right.
Except when they're not.
No, some of them are not. But but I'm saying is.
Except when they're not.
I'm saying, but that's what it's.
Yeah. So, there you go. I think we've harped on enough.
Yes.
And so I'm saying, if you want a good musical to see, go see The Greatest Showman. You'll have a great time. I'm definitely going to see it again because I really liked it. It's a great date movie to see, especially if your girl loves musicals.
Yeah, it's definitely. From what it looks like, listen, I saw that movie. That movie was gonna air. I saw that like months ago. Trailer hit. I'm like, that seems interesting.
These have all right. This has songs that will be played at weddings.
Oh dear.
I
So
mean,
it's
come
gonna
on.
be so it's gonna be put on. It's gonna be put on for soundtrack of the year for the.
Hey, of course, easily. I mean, it's done by the people that did La La Land, of course.
Yeah, this is
That's what I was about to ask you. If you were comparing it to that.
Actually, it's a lot catchier than La La Land. Because La La Land, you had to, be like, okay, Ryan Gosling can't really sing that great. Emma Stone is decent, but not as good as it can be. Everybody in this one fucking kills it.
well, Zendaya's a great singer. Zac Efron is
Good.
it's
Very
Zac
good.
fucking it's Zac fucking Efron. You know what you're getting from fucking High School Musical.
Yeah, and Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman started in musicals.
I was gonna say, and Hugh Jackman was a Broadway singer.
Yeah, he kills it. Michelle Williams kills it. Lauren Allred kills it.
They actually, you know what though? For this one, it actually seems like they went out and they got people that are known for almost Broadway.
Yeah.
Like they made a movie that could be played literally the next day on Broadway.
That's what they did. And it's not it's not really realistic, but who cares? It's a musical.
No, it's a movie. It's also a fucking movie. If they were gonna make it realistic, they would call it a documentary.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, let's move on to some stuff that is very Trips and Monstar.
Yes, I did not see the movie, so have fun.
No, we're
this
not talking
fun?
about that yet. We're not talking about
Okay.
that yet. We are talking about the 2017 Darwin Awards.
I didn't hear about this yet.
Now, the Darwin Awards are usually given to people who are ridiculously dumb.
Right.
George Zimmerman.
Yeah.
Got that new one?
He
What?
threatened Jay-Z.
And he wanted to kill him, cut him up, and put him in an alligator.
Oh, God.
Now,
And I wrote-
someone
and I
told
put on
me he
Facebook-
is now homeless.
Yeah, but I put on Facebook as a joke. I go, can they both?
True.
Gonna be a
Oh,
double
boy.
knockout, and they both fall into the alligator pit.
Like, screw it. Just throw Beyonce in instead.
Okay, so
That's a lot
here
of fat
are
there.
here are the Darwin Award winners for 2017. You ready for this?
Go ahead.
Yes. Let's see.
This one is called Red Evolution. 2017, in Russia, a welder is in the evolutionary spotlight today. Vargas, I guess, whatever, worked for the enterprise for the construction, repair, and maintenance of the highways in Chisinau when he noticed how well a fire extinguisher fits into a decommissioned artillery howitzer.
Oh no.
Inspired, he stuffed the fire extinguisher down the barrel.
What?
Trained to use the elemental powers of hot plasma, welders are normally not daredevils, but Vargas was determined to prove the old adage, there are old welders and bold welders, but there are no old, bold welders.
Oh,
He charged the cannon with calcium carbide and water, a reactive combination that produces acetylene welding gas. The abused fire extinguisher exploded from the howitzer cannon, and pieces of the payload brained the welder, whose head was conveniently located in the ballistic trajectory of shrapnel.
Ugh.
In a fight between shrapnel and an empty skull, shrapnel wins. Oh boy, that was Elephants Want Privacy, the next one. This is in Zimbabwe.
Even better.
3 male humans, 3 male elephants, and a dream of perfect wildlife selfie combined to win the first 2017 Darwin Award in the town of Plumtree in southwestern Zimbabwe. Mr. Moses Ndlovu spotted 3 elephants in the bush. Shrubbery, this will not do, he thought. And he and 2 friends began to drive the 3 male elephants into a clearing. The elephants cooperated in a fashion. A large bull elephant and 2 younger males came charging out of the shrubbery and headed for the provoking men. It was time to test the old truism. I don't have to outrun the elephant, I just have to outrun you.
What?
The men took off running, each frantic to save his own hide. Moses, lagging behind, was trampled to death by an angry bull while his friends escaped.
Oh boy.
The entire blunder was a pointless waste of time for man and beast. I'm sorry you are dead, Moses Indolavu, but what were you thinking? As a consolation, your lamentable death serves as a warning to others. Elephants want privacy.
Wow.
Oh, dude. The next one's a one-way ticket. In Germany, blasting apart a ticket machine at the train station was supposed to buy him a ticket to the good life. But instead, the 31-year-old purchased passage to the opposite direction, losing his life in an explosion that ripped the metal front panel off the machine.
Wait ahead.
The details are, he stiffened his resolve with a few drinks at a bar.
Of course.
Then he was spotted spraying cans of aerosol gas into a ticket vending machine. He placed the empties in a jute bag, and then he ignited the gas by means undisclosed, causing an explosion that rocked the Dortmund neighborhood. A bar acquaintance recognized him and called for emergency help, but sprinkled with shrapnel wounds and suffering a substantial head injury, the man rapidly succumbed to death despite resuscitation efforts.
Wow.
Safety measures as simple as wearing a leather jacket and motorcycle helmet would have changed the outcome for Mr. One-Way Ticket Out. Air strike out. Oh boy. This is in Mexico.
Damn, son.
Standing on a truck on an airport runway, our double Darwin Award winners, Nitzia and Clarissa, chose a regrettable location for a cell phone selfie. Ms. Corral, 18, and Miss Miranda, 17, were attending horse races that were held on a track adjacent to the runway. According to the Diario de Chihuahua, Chihuahua? That's what it sounds like. It's like Diario de Chihuahua. The noise of the races and the desire for a new profile picture distracted the young women. They did not hear the motor of the descending aircraft, and the wing of the small plane struck and killed them instantly.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. The
Hold
incident
on.
Run.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to play a quick soundbite. I just had to
All
play the run soundbite.
Okay.
Run.
The incident occurred in Chinipas, Chihuahua, in northern Mexico. People wake up. People wake up to the plain hard fact that a mobile phone is a deadly distraction. Mobile devices take our awareness away from the physical world. And the Darwin Award archives are stuffed, overflowing with testimony proving the tragic truth of this. Oh, boy. The next one, the pistol of justice.
Oh.
In Argentina. Divine punishment, said the judge, deciding not to imprison a man who shot himself in the testicles while carrying an illegal weapon in the waistband.
Oh, so he
Waxed himself.
Waxed himself. Yeah, he was.
There was a Ghostface Killer song about this.
Oh boy, the man lost his family jewels, his job as a security guard. God. The man lost his family jewels, his job as a security guard, and was faced with years in prison until the court ruled that he had been punished enough by a higher authority. Instant karma? Reported widely in two new major newspapers, Clarín and La Nación, tact requires us to withhold the name of this living Darwin Award winner. Jobs are scarce in the man's town within Buenos Aires, and the unregistered .45 caliber Colt pistol had been given to him as part of his security job, creating a tragedy within a tragedy.
Oh dear.
Oh my God.
What can I do for $5? Buy a bullet and rent a gun.
Oh my God. Next one, 503 server overload. This is in France. April 2017, France. Locked in his bedroom by mom, a French man leaves by climbing down the Ethernet cable. Oh yes. At 1:30 a.m. in Rouen, a 47-year-old man attempted to leave his room by climbing down the Ethernet cable. He chose this router because his concerned mother had locked him in his room to prevent him from intoxicating himself.
Okay.
Being heavier than a few gigabytes, his weight was too much for the cable and he crashed to the street from the ninth-story apartment. The doctors could not resuscitate him, yet wouldn't he have found another way to remove himself from the gene pool? Damn. And our last one, the Grim Roofer. This is in England. What's that smell? A burglar removed a fruit. A burglar removed a fruit. A burglar removed a few roofing shingles and climbed into the roof of a chemist shop in Queensbury. On his way down, the man became stuck and was strangled by his own clothes. Ah! The asphyxiated pill seeker was found several weeks later and well into decomposition.
Holy shit.
And those are your 2017 Darwin Award winners.
Unbelievable.
How about that?
Stupid.
Hold on. For all of them, I have to say,
Stupid! You're so stupid!
there
What?
it is.
What the fuck?
And because you're Darwin Award winner, had to do it. All right. So, tis the season. Yes, tis the season. So, we were gonna name top 5 Christmas movies, but let's just go down.
Let's just do our favorite. How
Everybody-
about this? How about we just like our top 3?
All right, go.
Christmas Story 1, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and Year Without Santa Claus.
Ugh. Okay, what's yours, Monstar?
Gremlins 2, the new batch. Die Hard.
Damn.
Yes.
And do I have a third one? I don't have a third one. I don't know if I have a third one.
I actually did a top 10 of Christmas favorite and worst Christmas.
Silent Night, probably.
You know, it just might be. It really just might be in that top 3. Gremlins
right.
2 is the number one, and then which I know people can't stand that movie because the original was a horror movie, and then they just make like a Christmas comedy out of the second one. But, you know, like I don't know. I saw 2 first, and it's one of my favorite movies like ever made because it's just one of the most random things I've ever seen. It is completely it's completely crazy. It's like everything the Muppets movie should be in a way, even though it's clearly not a Muppet movie.
Okay, I have a toss-up for my third. I had to do a toss-up because it's hard. And that is a toss-up between Home Alone, the first one,
Okay.
because who doesn't love watching the Wet Bandits get fucked up? I mean, I could watch that part on loop constantly. That's Home Alone, and probably Silent Night or Silent Night, Deadly Night, whichever one, because I do like a Christmas horror movie. There is something funny about a Christmas horror movie, especially with Killer Santa.
Yeah.
Second is a horror movie, but it happens on Christmas Eve, so it does count.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the French movie All Around Tour, or Inside.
Oh.
That's the one I ran about constantly, where like the lady goes to like get the girl's pregnant, get the girl's baby, involuntary C-section style.
Oh shit.
It is fucking bloody, and I love it. And number 1, easily, Merry Christmas. Shitter was full.
Yes.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Okay.
Hallelujah!
had to
pick-
Holy shit!
If I had to pick a fourth, it'd probably be A Christmas Carol or Scrooged.
Oh, I forgot that one.
Here, I actually made a top 10 list and put it on the thing. You want me to read it off real quick?
Go quick. Go quick.
All right. 10, Frosty the Snowman.
Ugh.
9, Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown.
Mm.
Ugh.
8, A Year Without Santa Claus. 7, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
That's not a Christmas movie.
Yes, it is. Well, even though it's a horror film, technically. 6, Home
It
Alone
does-
2.
That does not take place around Christmas. There's one part around Christmas. The rest of it takes place in the summer. Strike that from your freaking thing.
6, Home Alone 2.
Home Alone 2? Where's Home Alone?
I want one per franchise.
Home Alone is better than Home Alone 2.
I liked Home Alone 2 a lot better.
Well, you're wrong.
It's my opinion.
You're wrong, sir.
Well, wait. Okay. 5, A Christmas Carol. Disney's Jim Carrey version.
I'm personally, I mean, I did like the Jim Carrey one, but I would go Scrooge's
Okay, yeah, or
Scrooge
George
McDuck.
C. Scott's, or George C. Scott.
Wow.
or George C. Scott, or the old one with Alistair Smythe, which is almost like a horror movie.
Yes. Number 4, A Christmas Story.
Of course.
Number 3, A Wonderful Life. Number 2, Die Hard, and number 1, Shitter's Full. Christmas Vacation.
Merry Christmas, shitter's full.
It's
Oh,
just called
you don't wanna-
Shitter's Full.
Dude, Christmas Story 2 is my second worst of all time.
They made a sequel to the Christmas Story?
I sent it to you.
Ooh.
Hold
Oh,
on,
God,
hold
yeah.
on, hold on,
It's
hold
all
on.
about Eddie.
What? Oh,
I
God.
sent that shit to you the other day. 2 weeks ago, I sent that to you.
Yeah. Oh, my
And
God.
I
That is
forgot
horrible.
it
I mean,
already.
all right. Let me see. Some of the worst would be Jingle All the Way, too.
Yes, that's on my list.
Yeah, that was so
Mm.
bad.
That was awful.
Home Alone
Uh,
3.
No, number one with a bullet is Kirk Cameron in Saving Christmas.
I have Rhapsody Kids Believe in Santa. Ever seen this movie? It is so bad. It's based in 2003. It aired once on Christmas Eve. It got canceled.
Dude, if you want to see how crazy Christians think, like really, really
Oh, I
crazy
know.
Christians,
I've seen it. I've
watch
seen
that
it.
Kirk Cameron movie. That shit is ridiculous.
Michael Keaton's Jack Frost.
Yeah. You know what doesn't bring holiday cheer than a dead husband inhabiting the body of a snowman?
Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
That's a
That
great
was a
song.
movie?
There's a movie of it.
It was horrible.
Krampus.
Oh, who doesn't love the first part of Krampus, where they basically have Thunderdome? they went,
Anna,
they went crazier than Jingle All the Way. Like there are parts where people
Yes.
are fighting, and the security guards are tasing people and with big
Oh.
smiles on their face. Well,
Santa Claus 3.
Oh, oh.
Escape Clause.
There was
Oh.
a third one?
Yep. And then
Oh,
my probably not my worst of all time, but one of the ones that I can't stand watching, I'll Be Home for Christmas.
What's that?
It's the one with Jonathan
Reese
Taylor
Witherspoon?
Thomas.
Oh,
What?
oh. That's enough right there.
That
Enough.
sounds
Yeah.
like a Hallmark movie.
Oh wait. And A Christmas Story.
You know what you could put near the worst, and a lot of people love this movie. And
Deck the Halls.
no, Deck the Halls is funny, sort of. No, a lot of people love this movie, and I used to love it, but nowadays, ever since I've watched more of his movies, I find this movie more annoying. Elf.
I cannot stand Will Ferrell by himself.
Elf's pretty overrated, to be honest.
Elf. He just he's screaming constantly. That's all he's doing.
Will Ferrell is not
Who's that
funny.
Yeah, blah blah blah. Who's the
Is-
cotton-headed needy muggins? Bah! It's like Jesus Christ.
It's getting to the point where he's becoming like the new Adam Sandler in a way.
No, okay. Will Ferrell needs supporting cast. Look at all his movies that have done well, and look who he's been with.
Step
Night at
Brothers,
the
man.
Rock.
I
Brothers.
still love
Night
Step
at-
Brothers.
Night
Alright,
at the
alright.
Roxbury.
All right, it's bad.
Old school.
All right, yeah, dude, it's bad when in Daddy's Home 2, when he electrocutes himself, you're sort of hoping for him
An actual
to be dead.
electrocution.
Oh shit!
You're hoping for him to be dead. You're just like, please, just stop. Just go away. I hope the character's dead. I don't care. Just go away.
Just when these Saturday Night Live guys, they go and do too many of the same movie. That's what happens.
Yeah.
Because the same thing happened with Rob Schneider.
What happened when Jim? The best example of what Will Ferrell needs to do is how Jim Carrey got out of the quote unquote Jim Carrey role. He did the Truman Show, which was a little Jim Carrey. He did the Truman Show, which was a little Jim Carrey. He did Eternal Sunshine, which was a little Jim Carrey, a little bit, not as much. And then he did Man on the Moon.
Yeah.
Right.
Andy Kaufman. Enough said.
Which there's another movie about how he got like way too into playing Andy Kaufman.
It's amazing.
I want to see that. What was Jim and Andy, or what was it called? I want to see that.
Oh, that's good. It's really good. It's a documentary, basically, how Jim did Andy backstage, and it's ridiculous. It's so good. Anyway, let's get to the movie.
This movie is called Silent Night.
Yes, and it is a very loose remake of Silent Night, Deadly Night, which is a lot of people considered one of the most infamous Christmas movies because it at that time it really set a lot of people angry because Christmas is about joy and cheer, not Santa killing people. Well, this has all the campy fun of a good horror movie.
Yes.
And yes, and the funny thing is, I thought when I first saw it was Anchor Bay, I'm like, Malcolm McDowell. It's going to be Malcolm McDowell and a bunch of people I don't care about. But Malcolm McDowell's in this. Jamie King is in this, which I did not expect.
And Donald Logue. The
Donald Logue.
underrated Donald Logue.
Yes,
Mr. This is a Gotham prequel. Harvey Bullock is a mall Santa.
He was born to play Santa Jim. He was born to play Santa Jim. This is
Rant he gives at the end of this thing was like, this is almost too good for this movie.
This is Donald Logue from the sitcom. I forgot the
Grounded
sitcom.
for Life.
Yeah, this is Donald Logue from Grounded for Life with the the volume turned up to 11.
Yeah.
Jamie King from The Spirit and Sin City and all that. I did not expect her to be in this, but she was damn good. She did something that a lot of the horror movie heroines can't do well, and that is to get you to sympathize with her and to get you to actually care about her. Because most of the time it's like, you're way too stupid and this and that. Where she's not stupid. She's very smart in what she does and all that thing. The problem is just like, right. And just like any cop or any person with a good heart, she doesn't want to kill people. She doesn't want to use a gun. So, and there's a moment where she freezes and she pays for it.
Yeah.
And, but she is a good person. So I get, all right.
In the beginning, I kind of compared her to the people on Fargo in a way, but
yeah.
And
so,
actually, she kind of still can be compared to the lady from this past season of Fargo, but
right.
she had a young son and all this stuff. It was she could kind of be compared to that character in a way.
Yeah. All right, so let's jump right into the intro. The intro is something that you'd almost see sort of out of Leatherface or Texas Chainsaw Massacre or even Nightmare on Elm Street. But with a
that
Christmas
whole
theme.
juxtaposition of like the Christmas song and just this like super dark, like grimy basement that this guy has this girl tied up in, and Dollar Shave Club and all that.
Da, 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 boom, boom, boom. and then you see him becoming Santa, and you see weapons. It reminded me of like the Freddy Krueger or like Leatherface or whatever. It was just
See
like
him cutting up the mask.
yeah. I mean, it's like here's how evil Santa's created, and you're just like, and you're like, okay, I see we're going for the gusto here. And then he basically kills somebody almost in a scene out of Saw.
We get the most festive nod to the Green Mile we've ever seen.
It's one thing to electrocute somebody, but to electrocute somebody with Christmas lights on them is another thing.
Yeah. And are we supposed to know what he's confessing?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He just throws that switch, and that dude's. You see his eyes burst like in Faces of Death.
Yeah.
Like, and then here's my thing. Why are all these serial killers so messy? They leave him there to rot. They leave him there to rot. I guess he's not coming back anytime soon. Fuck him.
Like, I don't care if they find this. Let them find this. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, because if you live in this house, why would you want that in your basement? That stink in your basement is gonna flood the whole house and kill you eventually. Fuck that. As soon as his eyes burst and he died, man, I'd be like, I'd be cleaning that shit up. Lysol, fucking as much Glade as possible, or Febreze.
Wasn't there a
Mop it
movie about
5,000
a serial
times?
killer was a germaphobe?
Yeah,
Oh wait, I have it confused because the detective was a germaphobe. Monk.
yeah.
That's a good concept for a movie though. A germaphobe serial killer.
Either that, or it's time to invest in lye. A bathtub of lye. Throw the body in, you cover up the bathtub, boom, here we go.
Like Pee Wee Gaskins, if you've been listening to the last podcast lately.
Yes. Yes. There you go. I mean, Jesus. So
Hey, yeah, use lye instead of bleach, because remember what happened the last time someone used a bathtub.
Oh dear.
So, all right. So and then he kills the girl, and then Silent Night, and then we're introduced to Jamie. Right. Then we're introduced to Jamie King's character, and when I first saw this, and she had this whole thing like when she calls Malcolm McDowell, who is he is a very bravado-y but assholey chief of police.
Yeah.
I mean, when he's like, it's been a year since my husband died, I'm like, oh God, it's not going to be one of these tales. But for Joy, the whole downtrodden part of her, like, the emo part is never brought up again.
Yeah, it isn't.
It's like Tommy Wiseau came in and goes, now say your husband died. So what's the payoff of this? He's twist. It's like Tommy Wiseau came right. It's like Tommy Wiseau came right in and goes, all right, now your husband. It's been a year since your husband died. So the killer kill him? No. So what does he have to do with this? He's twist.
He definitely had cancer.
Yeah. So thank God. I was like, thank God this doesn't bog it down, because the last thing you want in a fun horror movie is somebody bogging it down with, and it's been a year since so and so died, and blah blah blah. Like, oh my God, get over it. You're a cop. Get over it. We don't know how he died, so why they decide to bring that part up, whatever.
And it also made me think of Fargo a little bit.
Right. And then she meets and her parents, and she's like, at this point, you're like, oh, okay, so this is a deranged killer that's going to kill wholesome people. And she goes out into the town. Well, you're like, okay, so Malcolm McDowell's going to be a dick, because he's like, yeah, all these people, he called out because he's chasing something. Meow, if you know what I mean. It's like, oh my God. I'm like, wait to be innuendo man there. And then
you eventually see it's not so wholesome as it goes on.
Yeah, and then she's like, with all due respect, sir, it's been a year since you died. All right, I'll see you in here anyway. He's like, I'll see you later. Like,
He's
he
like,
wasn't even listening to her story.
well, she could have been like, yeah, I've been shot, and yeah, I'll see you then. I'll see you at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I'll see you in here tonight. I'll see you in here today. I'll see you when you get here. Like, okay.
Make
she
sure you
comes
clock
in.
in.
Yeah, she comes in and sees the dad. She comes in and, well, she gets dressed and she's ready to go. And her parents come over and her dad is just,
Clearly a Santa.
her dad is clearly a Santa and he's clearly a nice, like, I'm going to put it, he's very supportive of her. He's like, you do that and be that. Like, don't get him off. Not my girl. Like, he's very supportive. And you find out as it goes on, he was a cop and a very good cop.
Mm-hmm.
A very, very good cop. So you're like, all right, so these are nice people. And you're expecting, okay, Malcolm McDowell's, chief of police was a little bit of a dick, but like, you're expecting nice.
Then you meet the mayor.
She says hi to the mayor, like, hey, how you doing? Oh, good, the lights look great. He's like, yeah, it was a pain in the ass. And you're like, okay. And then you meet the mayor's daughter.
The porn star.
The porn star.
Smutty Mrs. Claus. And he's like, don't be so smutty, Mrs. Claus.
Yes, he's like, put on something with more respect. Respect? And then she gives some basically a PETA answer or whatever, like, if you had to cut down these trees and all that to roads, we need roads. The town's dying. The town's already dead.
The whole gain one vote, lose the others. If I judge Santa, I can't judge the Santa contest because I gain one vote and lose like 100 others.
50 others, yeah.
And I'm like, well, hey, you can just call in a favor from Russia. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So, and then she's just like, the funniest part of this whole thing is like, they play Deck the Halls. And they play Deck the Halls so you can hear it. Like she's listening in the radio. But then she's singing. Apparently they didn't tell Jamie King the speed they needed to sing Deck the Halls. So she's singing regular Deck the Halls instead of the slowed down version that they're playing.
Unbelievable.
So it's like, deck the halls with boughs of holly. And she's like, la 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 la, tis. And it makes no sense. You're just like, okay. So then you meet, so you see Slutty Mrs. Claus. At first I thought that was his wife.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what to think there either because it's like, how sleazy is this supposed to be? Is it supposed to be his daughter or his wife?
Right. So basically, the mayor is. So basically, we don't think the mayor's not that bad at this point. The mayor's not that bad. Yes, he has a slutty daughter, but what mayor or what grown up in a lot of power doesn't have a slutty daughter? Even see
well, at that point, we don't know how smutty his daughter is. Yet.
Yeah. See the bushes.
Yeah.
See the bushes. That's all I gotta say.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
So then we go to this other house where there's a little girl who is basically a future bridezilla.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Go get your purse and meet me in the car.
No.
She's your mother, not your husband.
You missed the best part about you glanced over the best part.
Those are mommy's heart pills. I need those.
Where she's like, get ready to go to church. Fuck church. I want to go to the mall.
Yeah.
You need to buy me a present, but we have to go to church. Fuck church. I want the mall. Go get your purse and meet me in the car, bitch. The 7-year-old says bitch.
Those are mommy's heart pills. I need those. No, mom, I need them. I'm going to be a SoundCloud rapper.
Oh my God. So Santa comes in and just tases the shit out of this girl.
First she's like, I got something for me. And she gets electroshock therapy.
Yeah. She gets a Mountie shock stick. I'm the Santa. I'm handsome, I'm brave, I'm strong. I'm the Santa, and I enforce the law. The Santa always gets his man. So, what's the next thing? Yeah, this is where Audrey basically goes around town, and you see a ton of fucking Santas.
Yeah.
It's raining Santas. Hallelujah. It's raining Santa.
And one of them looks like someone from Saw.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh God, the Tobin Bell Santa.
Yeah.
I want to play a game. I want to play a game. Oh, this is also where. Oh, and then she goes to church.
She goes to the church and wait. Is this what I'm really seeing this? A priest hitting on a grown woman?
Dude, the priest is all right. The priest is the creepiest character in this movie. If anybody is the biggest piece of shit in this movie that deserves everything he gets, it's the priest.
Why couldn't Tobin Bell Santa just go like, "Hey, I want to play a game. See that priest right there? You have two choices. Pick a present and kill him."
Oh, the priest goes like, it's crazy. The priest is like, I know it's hard. And he starts like rubbing her shoulder and feeling it. And she's just like, she looks at him, she's like, whatever you need, I'm here for you. In this like deep, sexy guy tone. And you're like, wait a minute, this town is full of sleazeballs.
Hello, ladies.
Basically, it's ridiculous. And she's like,
I'm not like the others. I don't like little boys.
And she looks, she's like,
I'm
okay,
a grown-ass man.
Yeah, she looks, she's like, okay, I gotta go. I gotta go.
Bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia.
And then we'll get back to the preacher. Is the next thing we see the porn star in the adult video shoot?
Oh no, not yet. No, then she goes to work, and she gets to work, and that guy Giles shows up late and makes the creepy joke, where it basically sounds like he was the priest at one point, but then got moved to that job.
Denny?
No, Giles.
Hey, Denny.
No, I thought his name was Denny.
Maybe his first name, but his last name was Giles.
The other cop, I think his name was Denny.
No, I'm talking about the cop with the goatee.
Oh, yeah, the one
that
with the
showed
beard.
up late.
The younger one, yeah. I think his name was Denny in it.
Oh, I don't see Giles. I don't know.
Another creepy character named Denny. How about that, huh?
Oh, hi, Denny.
Oh, hi, Denny. Oh, hi, Denny. All right,
Then we meet Harvey Bullock.
Yes, then we meet Santa Jim, and the funniest, he's like,
arrest this Santa. He's corrupting these young minds with the truth.
Yeah. Oh my God. What was the first thing he said? He's like, well, I don't know. You've been really bad. Oh, I'm just joking. Chances are Santa will bring your presents. You're going to get everything you want. But if you don't get it, chances are mom and dad sold it on eBay.
District Attorney Santa.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And she's like, what are you doing? What? I'm just telling the kids the truth. Doesn't matter. And we find out Santa Jim is very, very, very drunk.
Yes. See, before Harvey Bullock joined the Gotham police force, he was a drunk Santa.
He was drunk Santa. There you go. Now we get to the kill.
So now we get to Jay getting stuck visiting his grandpa, and he couldn't bring Silent Bob.
He goes to grab the money out, and the grandpa's like, Christmas this year is different. If you see Santa, you better run.
Yeah, he's basically his grandfather's in a catatonic state, but he wakes up just to say that. He falls back asleep, and the nurse comes in, and he's like, your grandpa woke up. What did he say? He said snoochie poochies.
He said Santa's gonna kill me. He said Santa's gonna kill me. And he just stands there like, Now we get to the
Well,
porn
actually,
star.
now Fargo deputy lady goes to the bar and finds Tobin Bell Santa, and he tells the story of.
Not yet.
I'm pretty sure that happened before then.
No. The porn star killings happen early on.
No, because after that, Smutty Claus goes to the suit, does a line, and then it gets a check, and then she leaves. Then the porn star shoot killings happen.
Right. Smutty Claus comes in, goes, "Oh, here's my check," does a line, leaves as she bumps into Killer Santa.
Then
And she
Killer
gets out.
Santa, puts the sickle through the lady's stomach first.
Yeah.
Then
See what that is.
Then she goes over to the photographer and puts the sickle right in his crotch. What are you, Chiaki Kuriyama?
Well, the first thing is soon the girl who's being shot sees him kill the girl, and all of a sudden, for a brief second, she becomes the smartest person in this movie because she goes, "Fuck this, I'm getting out."
Definitely, the hottest girl in the movie is also the smartest one in the movie for a minute.
But apparently,
there's the problem. Just said the key word, for a minute.
yeah, girl. Well, first off, she runs off the bed. In the run, she didn't think to bring her clothes that were on the bed.
Someone's got to strip.
Yeah, and then she's trying to run. She's trying to open the thing. The Santa comes in. She falls, not by Santa. She falls by herself.
Yeah.
Santa's like, "Are you serious?" Then he grabs the shower curtain, tries to suffocate her. The dude that he just sickled in the balls.
He's still alive. He shoots through the wall with a shotgun. How dare you interrupt me while I am suffocating the hottest girl in the film?
Damn right. So then Santa goes over to take care of him, and she slowly starts to. She thinks like, "Oh my God, is he gonna be safe?" No, you run. She gets out. She goes out the window, and you start realizing she's on the second floor. Or is it third floor?
Right.
I think it was second floor.
So when he comes back for her, she goes out the window.
Yeah. She goes out the window and she falls. She Hans Grubers. No, I mean completely the same shot. Just
oh wow.
Boom, right in trash cans. She survives.
Gets up.
And she runs for her life. And she starts knocking on doors, pounding on doors. Now, here's the funny thing. In this town, I mean, naked woman running, screaming, "Help, help, help," and every door's locked.
First of all, where the hell is everybody else?
I know.
It's broad daylight.
It's broad daylight. Apparently, they went to the Santa parade that doesn't start till 10 p.m. that night. It's 12 p.m. It's 12 or 1 o'clock p.m. or maybe even 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. maybe. We're at the Santa parade in a small town. It starts at 10 p.m. Why?
What?
Everybody's asleep.
It's retarded. So then she runs. So then she runs into the Christmas tree lot. Knocks on the one thing, sees, and the sign says "Gone to the Santa" thingy. Now here's where the smartest girl becomes dumb. Completely fucking dumb.
Mm-hmm.
You have a beeline. You are running like crazy. Chances are Santa has not gotten ahead of you.
You stop.
What you do is while you're running, you find the spot where it sort of conceals you, and you run the fuck home.
Yeah. But no, she stops.
She stops and hides behind a Santa picture.
And
then she runs.
Here.
And then all of a sudden she goes, "Oh, my clothes." And she goes to run back. And as she runs back, she gets the sickle and loses her leg. And you're going, you see wood chipper, you see the thing, you're like, why are you hanging around the wood chipper? This is not a good idea.
A tree
Argo.
shredder.
Right.
Foreplay with a tree shredder.
Like, all right, because you were smart. Because one, as soon as somebody died, you ran and booked it and you got the fuck out. When Santa was trying to kill you, you fought back. And yes, you were saved by a shotgun. 3, when you ran, you didn't wear stupid high-heeled stripper shoes.
Yeah.
So she was fleet of foot. In other words, she did not trip.
Now, granted, had she not already taken them off at the time,
Yeah, that would have been bad.
it just so happened she had already taken them off. She did not go back to get them. So good.
Yeah. She didn't trip. She didn't fall. She was fleet of foot. And she was running like a fucking track star. Why did you stop? Keep running. Run into town. Don't run on the outskirts. You are naked. Run into town. Chances are someone's going to go, holy shit, you need to cover up. Help me. Santa's going to kill me.
Yeah.
And that at that point, Killer Santa would have been like, fuck this. Because Killer Santa was not supernatural.
Exactly.
Right. He wasn't Jason. He didn't, freaking teleport. He had to run after her. And then she stopped, giving Killer Santa a chance to get comfortable. Right, to get comfortable with his surroundings, going, oh, hi, there you are.
Catch up and sneak up on her.
Yes, it's the stupidest thing. Why, if you're being, shut up. If you're being, if you are being chased by someone, you do not go back to where you were being chased.
Yeah.
You go one direction away.
Out.
You don't go, right, you don't come back. There's no circle of life when you're being chased by a serial killer. There is point A, point B, which means point A, where you're being chased. Point B, where you're not being chased.
Away from there.
Yes, you go. You
Point
sprint.
A. Point A, where you're at. Point B, anywhere
run,
but there.
You slide,
Right.
you hit the bump, and take a dive.
Right, as soon as you get chased, the only music you're supposed to hear is Chariots of Fire or Fly to the fucking Bumblebee. That's it. That's it.
Flight of the Avatar. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, and
Run!
especially if you're running, run into a public space. Run.
They're gonna notice a hot porn star that's butt naked. They're gonna notice that.
Right.
Yeah.
Run, just anything. Run into a public space because killers never kill in public spaces.
Of course,
Not-
knowing
not
this
these
town
movies.
and how sleazy it is, who knows who she's gonna run into out there?
Yeah, but the
I
chances.
think she'd rather get. I think she might want to find the alternatives.
Yeah, but the chances murder clause is not going to kill her in public.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why you don't hang around a tree,
Shredder.
basically.
A tree shredder. The best part of the whole thing.
They're
Alright.
about to turn into Milli Vanilli.
Yeah. This is all right. So then she meets Tobin Bellclaws,
Tobin Claus.
where he basically tells the story of what happened. Where this kid's dad, he killed his wife with a flamethrower. He was dressed as Santa, and then he goes to kill the kid with Santa. Apparently, there was a kid that survived.
Hmm.
Dun dun dun.
Silent Night 2. Nope.
So you don't see who the cop was that shot her yet. You don't see that. You just know he killed, and then she figures, oh, I got him, and then she runs. She runs to try to get the guy, and she tackles him. He tackles her, and he basically he wins a fight on the ground. He stomps on her, about to get a knife, and she's like, get off, and basically
Slashes her hand.
yeah, he slashes her hand and laughs and runs away. She chokes. Oh, this is before she finds the body. My bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she hadn't found the dude's body yet.
Yeah, because first she found the body. Remember? Because that's when she called Malcolm McDowell over, and he's like,
wrong.
Yeah, he's like, what's wrong? She's like, don't go in there. Don't go in there. Once you see it, you can't see it. And he's like, oh my God, it looks fucking horrible. Typical Malcolm McDowell.
Just the heaviest accent possible.
Yeah, basically the heaviest British trying to be American accent. Oh my God, it looks fucking horrible. So
He's not Andrew Lincoln.
Right. He's not Southern at all. He doesn't try to be Southern. So then, all right. So this is basically when she gets slashed and all that, and he's like, "You choked, blah blah blah. I saved you," without all that bullshit.
Usual.
Yeah. Is this when we get another kill?
This is when I think this is when the priest gets stabbed.
Oh yeah, because the priest has like apparently there was a sermon or whatever, and people had a collection, and he throws.
First of all, there was only one person there listening to him.
Remember, he steals from the collection basket.
Yeah, but there's just one old lady and the Santa.
Right. The Santa. He's like, "Come in, we're full up," and then he starts giving this. The priest starts going with this horrible diatribe about the commercialization of Christmas and
sin
and porn. Yeah, and then he starts talking about porn, which you're laughing. I'm like, okay. And then apparently he says something to piss off Murder Clause.
And Murder Clause cuts off his fingers.
And then he proceeds to stab him in the stomach like 5,000 times.
Yes.
In front of the old lady who's just like, ah. And then showing that Murder Clause actually has a heart. He pulls out the money that the preacher stole
and gives it to the old lady.
And then leaves. And she's just like, she is completely shocked. You're just like, oh my God, this is hilarious. And then, oh my God, what happens next? You seem to remember more than I do.
First, you get the part where Malcolm McDonald says something about we have to fight. You have to catch this guy, or my aunt's my uncle.
Yeah, I remember that shit. Yeah. Oh my God, you have to catch this guy, or my aunt's my uncle.
So then after this, we go to the mayor's Christmas party, and this is the other best kill, because after he kills the mayor, he goes, Jay, who is not with Silent Bob.
J Claus.
Yes, J Claus. He is about the smutty daughter is about to give him some, apparently. The Santa basically sneaks in, locks Jay in the closet, and surprises her. He impales this trophy whore on a trophy deer head.
Yes.
First he takes a page from Takashi Miike, throws the axe so it slashes her Achilles tendon, and she falls down. Then picks her up and impales her on the trophy deer head. Then he opens the door, gets the boyfriend, knocks him down on the floor, and chops the boyfriend's face in half. Then he goes and hands the little girl a candy cane.
A bloody candy cane, yes.
Yes.
But
perfect.
One of the funniest kills, though, is when he strangles the mayor.
Yeah.
He strangles the mayor.
He's on the phone.
With Christmas lights. He's on the phone with the chief of police. Malcolm McDowell's like, we got him. Because remember, this is when they arrested Santa Jim?
Right. This is when they arrested Harvey Bullock.
Yeah, and Malcolm McDowell basically nails him. Like, he runs in and he nails him with a baton. He's like, I told you I'd get him. And this is during the whole parade of Santas.
Right.
And there's a whole bunch of fucking Santas. Holy shit. Like, she looks, she's like, and her dad is at the parade, and she's like, she sees, she goes, right there. She's like, thanks. Yeah, fucking ridiculous. So and he's like, we got him, and da 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 da. And then he's being choked. And he's like, yeah, you know what? It's like, and you're hearing, he's like, I don't know what you're doing. Can you hear me?
You're breaking up.
You're breaking up. And it's him like basically trying to fumbling, grabbing the phone.
And Malcolm McDowell just thinks he was being rude and hung up. So he
Yes.
hangs up.
Then some of the most campiest language happened during the Santa J blowjob. She's like, well, Santa's gonna receive tonight. He's like, oh my, yeah. She's like, I guess Santa's coming early tonight.
Oh no.
I guess Santa's coming early this Christmas. Just like, oh my god.
Oh boy.
I was like, you did not just do that. That was too perfect. That was too perfect. Yeah, and then the kill, and oh my god, it was great. And this is what.
Then Harvey Bullock gives a Joker quality rant in jail.
Oh god, that was awesome. Yeah,
He was watching this, just like, dude, you just stole the whole thing.
Yeah, this is when Audrey goes back to Santa Tobin.
Right.
And she has a gun. She's like, you know, because she sees him say, holy shit. And she's gonna get revenge. You know, she's like, hands up, and then he has a gun. And she's like, put the gun down, hands behind your head. And he's like, we both know you're not gonna do it.
And she does it.
Oh, he goes to squeeze the trigger, and she puts one right in between his eyes. Just. And this is when she finds. And this is when she finds the box.
Right.
She finds the box because remember Santa Tobin stole it from her house or whatever.
Yeah, that's true.
Because she noticed the present, and she looks at it, and apparently, Murder Claus has been marking his victims because he will present them with a present in a red box, and you open it up, and it's a lump of coal.
Right.
Yeah, so because there's one for the chief. He's like, I wonder what this is. He opens it up. He's like, a fucking lump of coal. What the fuck? And this is when Denny gets a freaking pick in the eye.
And I don't know what song that is that he's listening to in the car, but
I don't know.
he's blasting some like Pantera type shit.
Yeah, he looks in the back and just like, death. And this is when he goes in and Audrey's racing home because she remembers her dad got a box like that.
Right. And she's too late. He's sitting there basically disemboweled.
Yeah, and then her mother's in the closet like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah.
But he left her alone.
Yeah. And you feel pretty bad for her then.
Yeah, because so far Santa's been moral.
Oof.
Yeah, so far Santa's been really moral. But then all of a sudden, this one. And you're like, that's not moral. Because you have no idea why he killed her dad.
Right.
And this is when she goes out for blood. And Murder Claus, how do I put it? Deck the halls with burning bodies. La, 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 la.
Yeah, the flamethrower. We get to the flamethrower. I was waiting for that.
The funniest part is Malcolm McDowell says the funniest thing before he dies. He's like, you're a dumb fucking idiot. You bring a flamethrower to a gunfight? But apparently, Santa was quick on the trigger, and Malcolm McDowell forgot to shoot said gun.
Yeah.
The gunfight thing only works when you actually shoot the gun.
Exactly.
Apparently not.
Yeah. Santa Jim goes out fighting too.
Yeah,
But he
Santa
gets
Jim.
done in by some gangsta ho 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 brass knucks.
That was crazy. Ronnie,
Like, he's got a 4-finger ring that says ho 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 on it. He's just like, I was like, what are you, a pimp? Oh my God.
brass knucks that have ho ho ho. I was like, holy shit. And he just beats the
That's
hell out of him with it. Gangsta as fuck. He's gangsta claws now. And Audrey comes, and this is when the water's all over the place, because the first thing Santa Jim goes, what the fuck's up with the water? Yeah, what the fuck's up with the water? He's screaming at him. And the thing is, Murder Claus was going to let him walk. And then Santa Jim became a dick to him.
Yeah.
And you can see Murder Claus, like, he gives him, like, go. And then it's like, dick. Da, da, da. And then Murder Claus says the one thing this whole time. He's like, not nice. And he just goes to fuck him up then. And then Audrey comes out for blood.
Well, yeah, that's his only line.
Yeah. Audrey comes out for blood with a shotgun.
Is it doing this again?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, this moved at a brisk pace. That's what was nice about it. It didn't get caught. It didn't get caught in a lull. It just moved, like boom, 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 boom. The pace was very brisk, which I like for a horror movie. Because when you have a lot of downtime in a horror movie, it puts you to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Anytime you think there's going to be some downtime, starts up again.
Yep. So Audrey and Murder Claus have a fight. And Audrey was smart. Because the one part where they were fighting, what does she do? Because he has her down and she does something like basically subdues him. Like, I think she hits him with something.
Yeah, I forget what it was exactly.
Yeah, she hits him with something or whatever, and then she jumps over the thing and gets her gun ready. And then she's looking, and then he tackles her, and then it goes crazy again. This is when she grabs
the flamethrower.
No, she grabs the axe, and it becomes like something out of like Return of the Jedi or like Empire Strikes Back, where we have an axe fight.
That's right. We did get that.
The fucking axe fight was awesome.
Yeah.
Ching, ching, ching. Like, holy shit. And that's when he's going for it, and then she grabs the flamethrower. And he's like, he goes to, like, I think he's going to pull the gun or whatever. And she just lights him up.
Literally lights him up.
Yeah. And she goes to save, I think it was
like a Christmas.
What was the girl's name? Brianna or something like that?
I think so.
Or Brittany or whatever. The receptionist.
Oh, Brenda.
Yeah, Brenda. She goes to save Brenda. And they get out and it's burning. And you think, oh, well, that's the end of that. And then you see the day and you see a dude in the truck and with a burned face. And you're like, holy shit, he's alive?
Yep.
And then you get the flashback to where this kid's fucked up. Because apparently he was in the truck watching this whole thing.
Yeah.
And when his dad was shooting his kid with the flamethrower, the cop who comes, he goes, "Don't make me do this." I think his name was Roy or Rory or something like that, or Ron.
Yeah.
Like, "Don't make me do this, Ron. Don't make me do this." He's pleading, and then the guy goes to hit the flamethrower, and he shoots him. He didn't shoot him in the head. He shot him just like, I think it was in the shoulder.
Yeah.
He drops the flamethrower goes up, and he just, burns up. Right.
In slow-mo burn.
And the cop's like, "Yeah, I shot him. Ha, ha, ha." The cop's like, "Man, this sucks." And you look at the cop, and you see the badge, and it's Audrey's last name.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see, oh, shit. Now you know why her dad got it, because he thinks that her dad killed him, on purpose.
Right.
And you're like, And then he leaves Cryer, Wisconsin or whatever. And that's the end of the movie. And then we get this horrible punk rock rendition of Silent Night, and it's shitty stuff. Silent night, deadly night. or Bloody Night or with all the fingers fright. I'm like, shut the fuck up. That song ruined it.
Oh boy.
And that is Silent Night.
Yeah.
And it is seriously one of the better Christmas movies I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. I definitely liked that.
It was a good Christmas horror movie, Ronnie. You have to see this.
Yes.
I've seen the originals. So I have to see. I've never seen the. I've seen the original.
All right. Now let's quickly get to the entertainment category of the parties. Get them through. Get it done. Let's get it done.
Got only 2 categories. Got to put 6 of each, and it's best TV, worst TV.
Okay.
I thought we had best TV, worst TV.
That's what we got to do now.
We already have the nominees.
Yeah.
No,
Right?
no. Well,
Because I think in
no, it was underachieved.
Oh.
It was the one that we talked about Tuesday.
Oh, underachiever.
Oh,
Yeah, we can get rid of that.
Oh no, sorry, no. You mean we have to?
Yeah.
I already said that.
The entertainment category, we're calling.
Here
We're
we go.
calling unless we have everything, if we're happy with it.
All right, here we go. Netflix original. We kind of Stranger Things, Glow, 13 Reasons. We did this Tuesday. Did everything Tuesday.
Right. We did. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think the last of it was added. On S of the year.
Yeah.
Best TV,
he's the winner.
Best
He's
TV,
the winner.
worst TV. I think we have that already.
Yeah, we have that. Yeah.
Tomorrow, these all go up. We'll be airing the winners. I want to say Friday. We're gonna do a show just of this, of the Porties. So figure out the 5th, 7th that weekend.
All right.
We're gonna air something that day, or we can do something on like the next Wednesday, or the 11th, whatever day we're not doing trips.
Okay. And if you're following us then, the movie next week, we're bringing in the new year with Arnold Schwarzenegger in End of Days. That's End of Days.
End of days.
Nothing says New Year's like Arnold versus the devil.
Nothing but a choir boy compared to me. A choir boy.
All right. I mean, do you want to go over? I mean, do you want to just name the nominees for the Porties in the entertainment category at least?
I mean, I did everything. Not deleted it. Turned it off.
Okay. Well, fuck it then.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
We'll be fine. Everything will be posted.
Yeah, you'll see then.
yeah.
Yep.
You will see
All right.
then.
Well, that
All right,
is the
yes.
show. So have a Merry Christmas and keep it nerdy, homies.
Yeah.
Yes. See ya.
Yeah.